Allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim
I don't know.
of suicidal maniac.
What you want? I don't know. 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 But I'm so in love with you, baby.
Oh, no sound? Let me know if you could hear me right now. Can you guys hear me? Yo, press 1 if you could hear me. Press 1, press 1, press 1. All right. So now, the other day, my sister, Mika, sent me a video by our good brother, Priest Danyaahla. And Priest Danyaahla and I don't, it's not like before, but we have a good relationship where I could text him or I could holler at the brother or whatever. So it's not like we have problems. What happened is, there is this flyer that I made months ago. Right here, Black people stop lying to Black people. So what I was going to do on Sundays, I was going to have a segment on my Sunday show, or I was going to just start putting out videos, Black people stop lying to Black people. So he made a video about me, and then I basically, what I did was, this is what I did. Hold on a second. Let's look at my, hold on 1 second. Let's look at my shorts. So I made a short right here. So this is the short that I made. Let me just show everybody the short that I made. And what happened is, the short that I made, the green screen Eminem, Hugh Dixon Wagwan, peace and love to you, bro. So this is the thing that I made. It was kind of cool. I made it on TikTok. Y'all know I am like the worst person when it comes to technology. I'm like the worst guy in the world. So people were shocked that I actually made this. You better be shocked because I can't make stuff like this. So a couple of people got excited when they saw that. I saw the comments with Priest Danyaahla say, "Oh, he got this ready," and da 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 da. Now, I don't know what he said in the video. People have been texting me different stuff and whatever, because I wanted to watch the video and give like a live reaction to the video. I actually text Priest Danyaahla. I think he thought I thought he made another video, but I was talking about this original video. So let's watch the video. Come on the panel, man. Y'all come on the panel and let's evaluate the video together. And let's look at it from an honest perspective and tell me whatever he's saying. I don't know what he's saying, but let's see what he's actually saying. I wish I had slides prepared and everything. That would have been better, but I want to actually do a live reaction to my big bro. All right, so let's check it out.
What's going on? What's going on, Israel? It's your brother, Priest Danyaahla, representing Lions of Israel, Maccabees TV. I'm just in the mood to have a little bit of fun today. Sometimes my man Kendrick Lamar said it best. Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas what it is. And that's what I'm doing right now. This is going to be a quick video. Real simple. Just having a little bit of fun. So you see the title of the video is called Strong and Wrong. All at the same time at the Brother Garfield podcast. Strong and wrong. So I'm going to get through this quick. This is easy work, brothers and sisters. Without further ado, I'm going to stop showing my logo and I'm going to share my screen because I want you brothers and sisters to see everything that I see. I want you brothers and sisters to see the same things that I'm seeing so that there's no ambiguity whatsoever, right? Okay. Now, we're going to start here. I'm going to start right here. So today's date is June the 15th, 2025, so-called Father's Day, right? You guys can see that that's Garfield's channel, the Brother Garfield podcast. And he did a stream today called Happy Father's Day, Black Hebrew Israelite Edition. Of course, he's talking about the Israelites. Is anybody even interested in anything else he has to say outside of talking about Israelites? The answer is no.
Shots fired.
Ego talk. My biggest videos have been about Jabari on this channel, about Jabari or cults, Billy's. My interviews have been my biggest videos. So it's not the Israelite videos don't get any views because they're less than 1% of the population. I'm just caught up in that algorithm. So I stay in my lane. That's my algorithm. I talk about Hebrew Israelites because they're easy to beat up on.
Yeah, let's admit you are beating up the Israelites. So
facts. All right, well let's get into this because I'm strong and wrong. So let's see how I'm strong and wrong. Hold on a second. And by the way, this is from my presentation that I did about him. Hold on, let me get that ready so I could go to that picture right there where he is. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to that. Hold on 1 second. I want to see what he's talking about as he talks. All right, so I'm on that picture right now. All right, Priest Danyaahla, keep teaching.
Is anybody interested in anything that Vocab Malone says outside the Israelites? The answer is no. So we enjoy the fact that we are their obsession. We are their life's work. All they want to talk about is us. We're not mad. But at the same time, a lot of times, they are strong and wrong. So we're on Garfield's channel right now. I want you guys to pay attention to what he says. He's going to make a bold statement, and then we're going to fact check him. Okay? So let's go. Listen.
Respect for the rest of man, but it's like, yo, either it's anyone who's got that love for the Bible, and not even just the Bible.
Listen carefully, guys.
That says, and they're black.
This image right here,
black.
King Charles II commissioned this one right here.
Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? Garfield said, boldly, proudly, strong. Charles II commissioned that image that is before you.
All right, let me pause right there. Is my mic open? Can you guys hear me? Garfield did say that Charles II commissioned that. I am not denying that. He's 100% correct. All right, well, let me see what he says after that, because this is funny now. Watch this.
That's what he said. But maybe somebody didn't hear him. So let's go back a little bit. And let's allow him to say that again. Listen.
Respect for the rest of man, but it's like, yo, either it's anyone who's got that love for the Bible, and not even just the Bible, KJV, should I say, that says, and they're black.
This image right here,
black.
King Charles II commissioned this one right here.
So Garfield, who styles himself as being the best researcher, and he has all this information.
Hold on a second. Mika, did I say Charles II commissioned it? Did I say that? I just want to make it clear that I did say that. You heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, everybody in the audience, did you hear me say Garfield said, and I was talking to my brother Akan right there, right? Watch this. Hey, y'all should jump on. Let me just say this. I did say Charles II commissioned it. Now, anybody in the audience know what commission mean? Does anybody know what commission mean?
Allow what?
It means authorized.
Authorized. Yeah, that's the word.
All right. So now I still stand on right now. I'm saying that he commissioned it. All right. Let me see what he says after this, because this is pretty interesting. I'm standing on that. Yes, I did say that. I'm not denying that. Go ahead. Let's see what he says.
Everybody else is pseudo. He said Charles II commissioned this image right here. Right? So we see the link at the top, the website where he gets this information from, the royalcollection.org.uk. The painter is John Michael Wright, and he got this from the royalcollection.org.uk. So now what we need to do, we need to go to this website that he put here. We need to fact check him. Did Charles II commission this image? That's a very interesting question. So here we are. We're now on the website. You guys can see that. It's the same website.
Hold on a second.
This is so funny. This is so funny.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me stop sharing for 1 second. No, Priest Danyaahla. If you notice, my brother Priest did this. And I'm going to tell you why he did this. You see, when he went from the web, if you look at the presentation, right, it's talking about the collections. The website, see the website? It says, look at the last part, recovering the collection. So it doesn't go to, that's not the source of what I'm showing on the screen. Hold on 1 second. Let me just show this to the audience real quick. That's very interesting. That's pretty interesting, because it clearly says what I'm showing on the screen. So this is the presentation. It says right here, Charles II collection of old master drawings. See, that's what it says. Recovering the collection. So the collection, and that's Charles II again, and that was commissioned by him. I'm gonna say that again, commissioned by him. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Now look at this right here. It has the website on it. So all you got to do is click on it. You guys could see me click on it, right? So I copied it. So if you copy it, and let me go to the open up a slide and copy and paste it. Let's see what pops up. All right. So see, hold on a second. Let me take it off this screen. And let's put it on the screen, that because I noticed he flipped. He never clicked on it. Because if you, he can't click on it anyway because it's not his presentation. So it goes here. This is where it would go. So for him to go to John Michael Wright, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about with the slide. He's talking about recovering the collection from Charles II, Art and Power. But let's go back to him because I want to see what direction he's going in. This is very interesting. Very interesting.
I just want to know, is he right?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Strong and wrong. Let's see. And if it's no big deal.
Yeah, anybody could get corrected.
I can commission this image. That's a very interesting question. So here we are. We're now on the website. You guys can see that. It's the same website. It's the same picture,
not the same link.
It's the same image. Right, brothers and sisters? Right. This is the image that our good friend, Brother Garfield, said was commissioned by Charles II. Right? Let's scroll down a little bit. Description. We're going to skip paragraph number 1. We're going to skip paragraph number 2. And we're going to focus on paragraph number 3. And this is what it says. It says, it is not known for what occasion this portrait was painted or where it was originally displayed, and there is no evidence to suggest that it was a royal commission. Let's read that again. There is no evidence to suggest that it was a royal commission. Where did Garfield get that from? He pulled it out of his ass. Because the website that he gives us right here, we got this image, says there's no evidence that this was a royal commission. That's what the website says. What did Garfield say? Let's bring it. Pull up. Let's bring it back. Pull up. Listen.
Respect for the Rasta, man, but it's like, yo, either it's anyone who's got that love for the Bible, and not even just the Bible, KJV, shall I say, that says, and they're black.
This image right here,
black.
King Charles II commissioned this one right here.
Brother. We're on the website. And the website said there's no evidence to suggest it was a royal commission. There's no evidence for that. Where'd you pulled that out your ass? And you call yourself a good researcher and whispers. Garfield, I've told you this 100 times. I catch you in stuff like this. I have so many videos. I catch you in stuff like this all the time. But you don't listen. Let's get some Bible real quick before we get out of here. I told y'all this is going to be quick. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 3. It says, in the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride. You proud. You be thinking that you know something because you so hell-bent on debunking somebody that you debunk yourself. But the lips of the wise shall preserve them. This is Proverbs 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and haughty spirit before a fall. This is Proverbs 29 and 23. It says, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. These guys are so anxious. So anxious. That's a Genuine song. The R&B singer Genuine. That's a Genuine song. So anxious to try to debunk the Israelites that they're willing to lie, make mistakes, make stuff up. And we just sit back. Priest Danyaahla just sits back. I listen, I look, I research, and then I laugh. We're on the website. The website says there's no evidence to suggest it was a royal commission.
Do you notice something about this? What do you notice about this, people who are watching? If you're reading something and somebody picks one part out, he says right here, look at what it says right here. I'm going to show you, Priest Danyaahla. I don't know if you read the whole thing, but we're going to read it together.
The website. And the website said there's no evidence to suggest it was a royal commission.
There is no evidence that it was a royal commission, right? Watch this. I'm going to go to the same website on the same page. Same page, Mika. Watch this. No evidence. No evidence at what? No evidence at what? What it says? What it says, Mika? No evidence at what?
Can't see it.
All right, hold on a second. Let me find this real quickly. Hold on there. Let me find this real quick. No evidence. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hold on one second. Let me find this.
So you trying to say he giving half information?
No. We ain't gonna do that. Here we go. I'm gonna go to the website, right? Remember, I have no problem using the word commission because it means authorized. I believe the picture is a genuine picture. It's on his book, The Art, Charles II, Art and Portraits and whatever it's called. Now, this is John Michael Wright, right? This is the guy right here. This is the portrait right here. When you click on John Michael Wright like he did, this is what pops up. The powerful painting is an outstanding example of the artist's work. Let me make this bigger. Because it said originally that there's no evidence of what? I want to make sure I heard the priest the right way. What did he say? There's no evidence of what? That it was commissioned by anybody royally, right? Am I correct? Any royal commission, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay. Everybody heard that, right? All right. When you read this article, all you got to do is come down here. There's a reason why he never read the rest of the thing. Because it says here, it is likely that the commission came from. Hold up. There's no evidence of a commission, but they're telling you where it come from. It's obvious that two different people wrote this article. There's an article from the text called the Charles II Art and Power, because there's no way it's going to say it is likely that the commission came from. There's no way else. Come on, priest. There's no way the article could say that it come from somebody. From the royal, it come from the royal goldsmith, royal, and come from who is moved in royal circles. There's no way it is saying that we don't know where it come from, but down here it is likely that the commission came from. Wow. There's no way. This is the same article.
Where the bombs at? Hold
on. This is the same article. We gonna do this. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. And of course, we're gonna look at this and say, you know what? I know where the brother is coming from, and I'm gonna make him right today. Well, listen to this.
This is what we're gonna do.
Speak the truth, speak the truth.
People need to understand this.
Straight shot, no, I can't miss.
Are you just talking?
Never, I do this here often.
One of the biggest mistakes you
ever can make is
disrespecting the
greatness.
You may have never heard this before.
One more for the playlist, tell them what to do.
This is what we're gonna do.
Speak the truth, speak the truth.
People need to understand this.
Straight shot, no, I can't miss.
Are you just talking?
Never, I do this here often.
One of the biggest mistakes you.
Let me pause the theme music for a minute. Now let's get back, because I'm going to make Priest Danyaahla right, because we're talking about two different things. Technically, there are three different ways of looking at this. First and foremost, you got to know what a commission is. The royal commission is one thing. Him commissioned it, meaning he authorized it, is another thing. And I'm going to explain to everybody who's watching. For those who don't know, right, if you go on the MPG website, the National Portrait Gallery website, it tells you what a commission is. To commission something is a whole process. But to be honest, this article, it can't be one article. It has to be two articles put together. Because in one instance, it's saying it is not known for what occasion this portrait was painted or where it was originally displayed. And there's no evidence to suggest that it was a royal commission. Now, the gentleman who is a royal goldsmith and within the royal circles, I don't know if they're saying that he commissioned it, but why would you write this at the top here when you know exactly what the portrait's about? The portrait was made by John Michael Wright, but watch this though. One of the most important things about this is right here at the bottom. Right here at the bottom. I want y'all to pay attention to this right here. This is why you got to read the whole picture. When somebody clips a part of an article, you got to read the whole picture. Look at this right here. Represented here in great detail and also depicted in a style life attributed to Wright. Thought to have belonged to Viner. Viner also chose Wright. Hold on, where is it at? 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 Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Is it right here? Here we go. Moreover, Wright mentions in a letter in July 27, 1676, I am told the king will sit to my great picture for the city this next month. We don't know. It's not definitive. I actually have a J-Star article on this about when the guy, he couldn't have painted Charles II on what you call it, because if you look at the picture, he don't look like 31 years old. He looked more like 51 years old if you look at his picture properly. Look at the picture. Go down a little bit. Go down a little bit. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. So if you look at the picture of his face, he don't look like a 31-year-old. He look more like a 51-year-old. So what they're saying is, if you look at this garb that he's wearing, he has the judgment of Solomon scene with the scepter, like the scepter of Judah, and the orb, which most kings and queens have. But what I'm saying though, Priest Danyaahla is actually, as far as a royal commission, you still have to be commissioned and authorized by the king. And I'm going to tell you why. So in a sense, if he means that he did not commission the project, or he did not initiate it, or he didn't finance it, and he wasn't the innovator, that means Charles II was not involved. He's right if he means that. If he means that. If he means commissioning it or commission it, I'm gonna tell you what happened. During the step of commissioning a portrait for a royal monarch, the monarch would typically sit for the artist multiple times. Those sources suggest that the number of sittings could be limited, with the artist relying on the drawings or photographs for reference in between. Now watch this. The artist would create the portrait, often with great attention to detail, incorporating symbols of royal power or authority. Now the next step is the completed portrait would be reviewed by the monarch, which is Charles II. He's what you call the sitter. He's the one that's sitting and putting on the outfit and posing for the photographer, for the artist to draw. So he, look at this now. He would have to review it and then also review it for approval. Once approved, the portrait would be framed. So he has to authorize it, approve it. So when I said he commissioned it, that's what I'm talking about. If you're talking about him initiating the project, paying for the project, that's totally different. I understand that. I might be off with that. That's a royal part of the royal commission, but he has to authorize it. The king, the monarch, has to authorize the portrait, because guess what? You see the book cover that this book comes from? I have it personally because I bought it when I went to London. It's called The Art and the Power of Art or whatever. He is obsessed with art. This gentleman here, Charles II, is obsessed with art. He is obsessed. So when he's obsessed with art, he had to author. I'm saying he had to, from what I've read about him, I'm saying he definitely, although it's a part of the process, he authorized this. Because he's coming off as the king. Right? Commission pics are bad, but photoshops of English royalty in blackface is accurate. But let me say this to Priest Danyaahla. As far as the process of initiating it, as far as financing it, as far as putting the commission to do this, I don't know if Charles II played a role in that. I have to be honest with the audience. But as far as him sitting down and putting on the outfit, and he's going to be presented as the king of the monarch, trying to restore England's power and show the power, yo, bro, he had to authorize it. But the issue with Priest Danyaahla is he thinks his picture is fake. That's the issue, Mika. The issue is not if Garfield is lying about commission or pull something out of that. I didn't pull it out of the ass because I know the process.
Wow.
I couldn't pull it out my ass. I should have said he authorized it. Maybe there wouldn't be no big hiccup about it. But authorized and commission is the same, pretty much synonymous. It's the same word. Now, even though he may have not financed or initiated this project, Mika, this is the king of England, Ireland, and Scotland. You don't think he had something to do with authorizing how his image looks?
Yeah.
Come on. We got, if you, Priest Danyaahla, if you throw a party right now with your beautiful children, Priest Danyaahla, you're telling me you hire a photographer to take the pictures of the party and you got to post the pictures in public. You don't think that Priest Danyaahla, as the man in his household, as an Israelite father, wouldn't have to approve the pictures or images of his wife and him and his children? It's the same thing. We gotta use common sense. That's why I'm saying, yo, I don't even need to read nothing. I know he's the monarch. He's one that restored the honor of the Stuart family. He has to restore it. Let me Google something real quick. Because he said I got Google scholarship. Let me Google something real quick for my brother real quick. All right. Let me Google something.
Yes, Google. Google is our friend.
Let me share this with the family real quick too, by the way, too. Let's look at this picture right here. Let's stop sharing and let's look at this image right here. Because I understand what he's saying about the commission and the royal commission. I definitely respect that. I'm not denying that's a process. But look at this picture. Who authorized this picture? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is King Charles by Antonio Various. I want to make this picture huge so people could
look at all those white people.
All right. Now, I want everybody to take a look at this. Who authorized this picture? According to the same website. If you notice, he said according to this website because he doesn't honor no images that makes them look white. So look at this now. Look at this, everybody. All right. So let's take a look at what this website says. The same website. All right. Look at what it says. This was the first work painted for Charles II by Antonio Verrios, right? Now look at this right here. Hold on, let me scroll down a little bit right here. Where is it? Provenance, the commissioner. So this is what he's talking about. The commissioner is who? Who's that, Mika?
It's small on my phone.
Charles II, King of Britain.
Okay.
So would he accept this? Would he accept this as legitimate? Because look at what it says. It says the provenance, it was in the second Priving lodging room in 1688. So this is why he was in power. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not arguing if he's white or black, right? But look at what it says right here. The artist was denizened the following year and soon commissioned to decorate the new state apartments, hold on one second. The painting was at Whitehall. He had a position of what? Chief first painter to the king, Antonio Verrios. So he was assigned to do this. Now, was he commissioned? Because it says, I'm going to find the part where it actually says it was commissioned. I'm curious. What do you do at this point? Because if it was commissioned, what do you do? What do you do? Because Charles II is involved with this. It says he's the commissioner of it as far as it's written right there. Right here, commissioner, Charles II. Now let's click on Charles II for a second. Everybody could see the screen, right? Let's take a look at the screen. Look at the screen right here. Now it says Charles II, commissioner. I want y'all to look at something real carefully right here. Look at this right here. Acquirer, right? That means he acquired, right, Mika? He acquired pictures and all that stuff. Let's look at what Charles II acquired. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and scroll down what he acquired. Let's take a look. Let's scroll down a little bit. He acquired a picture of his father, right? He acquired a picture with him and his brothers and sisters. Let's take a look at the picture that he acquired of his brothers and sisters. The 5 eldest children of Charles I, Queen's Gallery. Look at the picture. This is the black boy, Charles II. Yeah, this is the black king.
Man, we blind.
Now, why? I agree that it said black boy and his mother called him black boy and they call him tall black man. I agree with all of that. I agree with every single thing that's written. The issue here is if he is black, as you say, Priest Danyaahla, why would he go back and purchase an image of him looking Caucasian with his sisters looking lighter than him? Why would he do this? What is the purpose of him getting this picture? This makes absolutely no sense.
Look how straight his hair is.
No sense whatsoever. These are some of the images that he purchased and he received. Yeah, this is what he purchased. He was into art a lot. This dude was into art. It's something that I know me and Priest would agree on. He's into art. He loves art. See? Look at all this art stuff he's picking up. Leonardo da Vinci, all this different stuff he's getting. But he definitely got a picture of his dad and got a picture of him and his brothers and sisters. Why are you, if you are not black, if you are white, or if you are black, why are you taking pictures or making collection of pictures of who you're not? Makes absolutely no sense. I'm just saying, it makes no sense. And this is what Google did for me today. Google. Yeah. All right. So let me get out of here for a second. Let's go back to Charles the King. Why is it getting so hot in here? Let's go back to Charles for a second. Yeah, but I see where he's coming from in the video. So, but I don't think I'm wrong and I'm strong. But because and even if I'm wrong, I don't have no problem being corrected. If you mean being the commissioner of the whole project, no, Charles II was not the commissioner of the project. He wasn't. He definitely wasn't. All right, let me get off of this. Let me go to Google one more time. Hold on. Yeah, this is an image that King James commissioned. If we want to get into the whole commissioner stuff, if we wanted to get into commission, it was commissioned directly from the artist by James I, King James, and this is the picture.
1619. Where was black folks in 1619? Enslaved.
Yeah, but again, ladies and gentlemen, again, it's very important because you see the people involved, the subjects, and the artists, Paul Mansummer, King James. I don't even want to talk about King James anyway. I really don't want to talk about him and what he did. Subject, creator, acquirer. When he's a subject, multiple stuff come up. But anyway, I don't want to. I'm not here to talk about King James, but I want to say nice video. And I you know what I'm thinking? I started a YouTube channel called Fact Checkers. I think I need to develop a team, and I love Priest Danyaahla, Yawasap, a couple others to be on the team, so we could look at different topics, even Orthodox more. Ankh, Sean, Mr. Methodology, and we just sit down and just talk about topics that we all hold to dearly. I would love for Priest to be a part of that. But since I'm here, let me Google a couple of little things. And let me take this off my screen. Oh, let me show this. I just Googled this just now. Let me show this to the family. Why that portrait is important. Let's take a look why. I just actually Googled this right here. If you look at the Queen, and of course I think that picture is fake. Look at the Queen right here, right? This is who? Queen Elizabeth, right? Queen Elizabeth has the scepter and the orb in her hand with the world. So that's what he's actually replicating. This is why I think he's totally involved. It's a coronation picture. They have a lot of sources that said he commissioned it in 1661. This was older sources, right? So if Priest Danyaahla want me to present those and show that there's sources that says he commissioned it, there's sources that I could pull that out too. The issue is this picture couldn't have happened 1661 because John Michael Wright, we don't have no records of him, but we have records of him saying that he had a meeting with the king. Now, if we go to the National Portrait Gallery, again, you see the holding of the what do you call it? All right, so let me click this off right here. All right, let me click that off. This image right here, a little Google search. This is an image that a lot of my brothers from the Israelite community use for King James. This one here, what you see in his hand, the scepter and the orb. So it's a picture or a way how to show you're the king with the crown on your head. That's what he's trying to imply and show. So that's what Charles II is showing.
It looked like the same picture with a different head.
That's all it is. That's all it is. But the issue is, when was it published? And I don't think my brother believes it's a real image from Charles II. I think that's his hold up on the whole issue, which is fine. He could hold up to that. But let me show John Michael Wright, that particular artist. He drew. So earlier I showed where it said that he has a letter saying he met with King Charles is supposed to sit with him. This picture right here is from the National Portrait Gallery, right? I just Googled it. And this is the same guy. If you look at the outfit he has on, you're going to say that King Charles didn't authorize this. He never authorized this picture of how he looked. He had nothing to do with this. Look at how he's dressed, how he looks. right? I'm not even worried about if he's black or white. It says King Charles II by John Michael Wright. Look at it right here. It says the sitter, King Charles. What is the sitter? He sat for almost 300 portraits. That means he's the one that's sitting down and actually posing for the artist. King Charles II. So now, when we look at it, it actually gives details about the subjects and all that stuff, what's going on at the time. I mean, and you can also email them if you need to follow up on the pictures. But this is a picture drawn by John Michael Wright, a legitimate picture that's in the National Portrait Gallery, and it's drawn by the portrait was done by John Michael Wright, the same guy that did the other one. All right. If you don't believe that it's commissioned by King Charles or King Charles, whatever, I'm not even going to argue. I just hope you have the same rigor when it comes to any information you talk about with King Charles. All right. So this is from John Michael Wright. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, one more thing on this page that my brother read from, which was very interesting. Right here, if you look right here, it says, although Wright received limited royal patronage after the Restoration, including a commission for a large ceiling canvas for Whitehall Palace, he was not granted a royal appointment until 1673. So this large ceiling, this is what I want to ask my brother Priest, the large ceiling canvas, what was that he drew in Whitehall Palace? Or do you accept it as legitimate? I would love to know. All right. Let me get off of this picture right here. All right. This is some pictures that Charles allegedly, let me use allegedly, commissioned. 5 pictures. And these 5 pictures was after he left Worcester. So this image right here, Mika, can you see the face?
Yes, now I can see it.
All right, that's King Charles drawn by a guy by the name of Isaac Fuller. Mm-hmm. So he drew 5 images of him. One was at White Ladies, King Charles by Richard Penderell. It's right here. Set matching second, Charles II escape after the Battle of Worcester. King Charles at White Ladies, King Charles, whatever. So now we have, that's one. Here's a second one. In Boscobel Wood, that's him right there sitting down. He's dressed up in disguise while he's on the run. And Colonel William Carlos in the Royal Oak, that's him right there. Let me make that a little bigger. That's him right there. Then you have another one.
What is he doing?
Yeah, he's hiding. Charles II escape after Battle of Worcester. So this is him right here. Oh, you mean as far as him laying in the man's head? That's him right there. Surely look black to all of us.
Yeah.
Then there's one more, and Jane Lane riding to Bristol. So this right here is King Charles II. Now, whether we want to argue if he's black or white, these were actually allegedly commissioned by King Charles II. All right, we could go into if it's true or not or whatever, because people only believe in different things that they look at. All right, Charles II. All right, so we're done with this right here. Let me show this picture right here. Google does wonders. This is why they say Charles II is black. This is right here. Look at this right here. This is a letter with a patent. The patent, if you look at the bottom, you see the seal. So you see the face. So they would say Charles II is black based off of this. Let me make it bigger so everybody could see the face. They think that man is a black man.
Mm. And the reason why they want him black, so, you know, it has something to do with the Bible. Because he wouldn't even matter.
Facts. because he had a lot to do with the slave trade.
Mm.
So, I mean, there's a lot of patent stuff with him that I have that when I went to England, I have originals, primaries. So this is a primary, special instructions, see, 1674, and it's him, $3,000 per annum. He's paying some 3 tons by the Duchess of Cleveland. So this is actually a primary account.
If Danyaahla out there, you could hit the link. If Garfield getting it wrong, let us know.
Look at this. No, they don't believe in these pictures. These pictures look too light. They look too light for them. Here's a good picture I'm gonna put on the screen real quick. Google does wonders. Just punch in King Charles and get Googling.
Man, Google make us smart, man.
Look at this right here. This is beautiful. Look at this. That's your black man.
Damn. Look at that nose. And the cuff. Come on, man.
Yep. All right. But I don't. Nobody's living in no end days. Cut it out. Nobody believes that. You want to believe that? That's your business. Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah, that's a scare tactic they use. Oh, you're gonna die because you don't believe. Come on, that's brainwashing.
Now, one of the reasons why, just to, I'm gonna do 10 more minutes and then I'm out of here. One of the reasons why they think Charles II is black is because he was called a tall black man. You see those pictures that I showed when he was hiding in the bushes? Those 5 images?
Yes.
They call him on his wanted poster, they called him tall black man. Now, a tall black man could mean a couple of things, right? It could refer to him having a darker complexion compared to the average English person, right? Because the English thought the Anglo-Saxons thought they were the ultimate white people, all right? When you talk about 17th century now, you're using this black skin tone. It normally, it has to do with some people's dark hair and their dark eyes and sometimes their swarthy skin tone. But I think what we lack medieval time, come all the way to the 18th century. We lack knowledge of the culture of England. I lack it, priests lack it, a lot of people lack it, but we're speaking on a culture that we didn't grow up in. We didn't learn this in high school. All these things that I'm about to talk about in the next 10 minutes. Yeah, so let me get this for everybody to see. Hold on one second. So I was strong and wrong, but I mean, I hope I broke down what I meant by commissioned anyway. But let's look at something that's more enlightening for the folks. All right. This is from a blog called Italianothrow.blogspot, right? Where it talks about dark and swarthy Italians are still light. All right. In a book called White on Arrival, right? They wrote about Al Capone was constantly portrayed in books, magazine articles, pulps, and movies as having a dark or swarthy complexion. When he appeared in court in 1929 in Philadelphia on charges. Notice that his face, which is rather dark, assumed a dull reddish hue. No one emphasized Italian's dark features more than one popular writer, Walter Burns. The one way Johnny Torrio was a slight, deep, dapper, dark young man. John Scalise and Albert Anselmi had dark faces. The Jenner brothers were swarthy. For these descriptions, you'd probably picture real dark Saudi Arabians or maybe even mixed Berbers. But look at how these people actually looked in their mugshots and not some of the images that they have of them.
Bro, I'm going to be iffy on this subject because it does says dark. And when we think of dark, we're not talking about black, dark, but, you know.
Yeah. But dark and swarthy is part of the conversation too. All right. The kind of exaggeration is similar to English ideas about the so-called Black Irish. They're just white people from the British Isles who have dark hair and eyes and a Mediterranean appearance. Colin Farrell is called Black Irish, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Sean Connery, Mr. Bean, Russell Brand, and many others. But old school narcissists used to claim that part of the Celtic physiognomy was black tinted skin. Benjamin Franklin was even more extreme, basically lumping all whites who weren't Anglo-Saxon into swarthy group with non-whites, including some who are probably lighter than English people. All Africa is black or tawny. Some Hebrew Israelites use this a lot to show that the Germans were black, the Italians were black, the French were black, the Russians were black, the Swedes were black, by this quote by Benjamin Franklin. All Africa is black or tawny. Asia chiefly tawny. America, wholly so. And in Europe, the Spaniards, Italian, French, Russians, and Swedes are generally of what we call a swarthy complexion, as are the Germans also. The Saxons only accepted, who with the English make the principal body of white people on the face of the earth. So they're trying to say that the Saxons and the British, they thought there was a superior race, like they're the only ones that have superior white skin. So the lesson not to take descriptions like that literally or as meaning something non-white. Europeans actually have the lightest untanned skin in the world. So even when they're dark or swarthy, they're still lighter than everyone else.
No way light skin is superior. White skin is superior. No way.
Well, we know that. We know
Yeah.
that. We know that. We know that. We know that. But that's just from the article. But if you look at and then let me go back to one of my old stuff that I always show from my hold on, where is it at? All right, line is there. Let's go. All right. So the use of black, dark, or swarthy, I've showed this many a times, but for people who are watching the video because they want to mix up with me and Priest Danyaahla, I disagree with Priest Danyaahla that Charles II is black. He says he's black. He has his reasons, and I'm going to get to that shortly, and then I'm out of here. I didn't want to do more than an hour. The use of black, dark, or swarthy for non-black individuals. If you look at black, at swarthy, swarthy means dark skin. It states that everyone with dark skin isn't swarthy. It describes weather-beaten skin tanned by the sun. Now, if you look at Walt Whitman, who is actually in the Oxford Dictionary, OED, it talks about how he describes himself, behold this swarthy face. But if you look at Walt Whitman, and I'm going to say this if Priest Danyaahla is still listening, when we look at Black Douglas and they call him some deal gray, the word black was there for them to use, but they use some deal gray for a reason. Look at this picture at the top right. I would think Black Douglas would look like that guy. Just like that. Because Gandalf the Grey, I mean Walt Whitman, that's how he looks. And he's considered swarthy. But what happened is the word swarthy comes from swart. Swart means black. So that kind of influences a lot of people. They don't know that black means dark or dark complexion. It don't have to be black like how we look at it today. It just depends on the person. All right. Look at this guy. He describes these guys right here with dark Negroid features, black hair and thick. These guys ain't no dark black people like us. Dark.
Here Garfield goes.
Look at that. Look at that. What it says at the bottom. Dark Negroid. Look at that.
Listen.
Would these people pass as dark Negroid to you, man?
I'm staying out of this one.
You hate these people. But this is what the guy wrote, though. So it has to do with context of at the time period, too, when people are writing, Maurice Fishberg and them. He's saying that these people are dark Negroid. We would totally disagree today in 2025. Negroid types. Wow. Negroid types.
You know what? To me, they look mixed, but you know, they didn't say they was mixed on the picture. So I am staying out of that one.
Well, look at this guy here, Baruch Spinoza. He was swarthy, olive complexion. Look at this guy. These are two images that was created while he was alive. Look at him. He's called swarthy. That's it right there. Olive complexion. Look at Gwendolyn Hicks. Look at her picture. She says, Gwendolyn was a beautiful girl with her raven dark hair and milk white skin. She almost has the look of the Black Irish. The author relates how she was compared to the Black Irish due to her dark hair and black hair. So sometimes when people call you black, it has to do with your actual hair, which is weird. We wouldn't learn that in America. Me and Priest Danyaahla wouldn't learn. I wouldn't learn this in Jamaica. We're not a part of the British crazy system that they have over there where they use color to describe or whatever.
Oh, yeah, like the Sumerian, the black-headed one.
All right, so this right here, we know, let's just looking at her alone. Look at Maurice Berger's mom. Look at his mom, what's called dark. Look at her right here. That's what him beside her. Dark. Why are they calling her dark? You see, we have to look at every situation in context. This guy right here called Swarthy. Joey Pettibone. Yeah. All right, I'm done with this right here. I think I'm done. Yeah. All right, so let me get out of this. Let me get out of this. Let me see if I got any more information I want to share. All right, here are some of the examples of who were described as swarthy in historical accounts, which gives insight to how the term swart was used in the 17th century. So Charles II of England, known as the swarthy Stuart because of his darker complexion, even his mother called him Black Boy. Now look at this right here. Charles Lennox, 1st Duke of Richmond, described as well-shaped black complexion, much like King Charles. George Fitzroy, Duke of Northumberland, described as tall black man like his father, the king. Anne Boleyn, Henry VIII's second wife, described as having a swarthy complexion. Queen Mary I described as having a swarthy complexion. So when you think swarthy means black, Queen Mary Tudor, daughter of Henry VIII, and Catherine of Aragon, Mary was described in 1682 historical account as having a swarthy complexion. I'm saying I understand why they want to say King Charles is black. But let's take a look at what the first one said. Let's look at the George Fitzroy, Duke of Northumberland. If we look at their images, Mika, they're coming up looking like white folks. And I think they think that it's a conspiracy because of iconoclasm that these people are painting over all these people and making them look white. And I think that's their justification for saying that Charles II is black. That's your justification. And some of these images right here. Let me show some of the images real quick. It's something we might find. I mean, they're really not on the A side of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Was there such a thing as modern notion of race in the English? I don't want to really get into that. Swarthy means dark skin. If you like tall, dark, and handsome, you may find a swarthy complexion attractive. Not everyone with dark skin is swarthy. All right, let's go down. There's this picture that I put up recently on Facebook right here. This is another one. A few people have been saying that this is Charles II. It's not Charles II. It's about Leviathan. This is Charles II image. This is one of the reasons they think he's black. They look at this picture and say, see, he's black. Look at his nose. Yeah. John Busher. This is one of the reasons why they say he's black. Does he look black, Mika? What does black look like?
Exactly. And oh no, but he definitely looked like a European. Just look at the nose, the features. Yeah.
Now the one on the left is the one that's doctored. The image. Well, that's not the one. The one on the left is definitely photoshopped and doctored. I don't know why these images exist. Why we need to doctor images. The one on the right is from the National Poetic Portrait Gallery of King Charles. I think that's where I got it from. But if you look at the image, he has a wig on, which is probably not, of course, not real. And he has features. He's definitely old in the picture. But what makes him black? Why would you think he's black? Because of the darkening of the picture, or like this is obviously he looks European to me though. He does look European. But hey, let me get to this book right here by Sharon Block. I emailed her recently and she was laughing with me in the email. But look at this, what it says in this book, Colonial Complexions. Neither were the terms white and black regularly used to categorize an individual by their appearance. In 1760, a British dictionary offered a humoral definition of black as a cloudy countenance, sullen. That dictionary's only association of whiteness to complexion or a nationally based categorization was reference to Spanish white, a treatment used by ladies to heighten the complexion. As long as complexion continued to signal internal workings of some bodies, it was less useful as a marker of unchangeable external appearance. Explicit association of color to racial categories was not a necessary precursor to racist ideologies that viewed people of African descent as a lower form of humans. For instance, the same dictionary reflected the early modern belief that male apes and African women would have sexual relations under the definition of chimpanzee. Craziness, yo. Look at what colonial complexions also said. European descended runaways came in a veritable rainbow of complexion colors. European descended, including black, brown, dark, fair, freckled, fresh, light, pale, red, ruddy, sandy, swarthy, tawny, and yellow. These numerous options did not correspond to any specific European ethnicity. People described as pale heralded from England, France, Germany, Ireland, Scotland, and the American colonies, as well as from unspecified national backgrounds. Dark complexioned people of European descent covered a similarly wide range of nationalities.
What?
Look at this now. The book is called Black Colonial Complexions, Race and Bodies in 18th Century America, Sharon Block. Blackness was not limited to people of African descent. Let me repeat that. Blackness was not limited to people of African descent. There were dozens of European descended people also described as having a black complexion. Black complexion Europeans were a relatively small percentage of the diverse complexion options, about 4%. But they still included Irish, Dutch, English, German, Scottish, and Welsh people, as well as people with no national identity noted. For example, aside from numerous men named John, there were Richard Poole and Richard Pritchard, Thomas Joel and Thomas Davis. Such European descended runaways were described as just black complexion. Not by their degree of blackness. They were not remarkably or middling or not very black.
Okay, slow that down. So what they saying in that paragraph is what? These was dark-skinned Europeans? Slow it down.
Let me finish. People of European descent who were described as having a black complexion undoubtedly did not have ebony-colored skin. By the end of the 19th century, the often derogatory term Black Irish would be used to identify an Irish person with dark hair and a dark complexion or eyes. But this was not used in colonial British America. The only mentions of Black Irish is in the 18th century, Europeans' black complexion may have suggested a sense of relatively dark coloration rather than just a specific focus on skin. When noted, the hair color of these servants was generally also described as black. Blackness could also be a reference to a humoral notion of complexion where a swarthy appearance resulted from an excess. What is that at the bottom?
Oh, black. Wow.
Yeah, so what they're saying in the first paragraph is that these people who are called black complexion is not based off their skin tone. It's based on possibly a humoral notion of complexion. Meaning that although you see in the documentation the black complexion.
Yeah, but it says black complexion Europeans. Make sense. Black
complexion Europeans were a relatively small percentage of the diverse complexion options, but they still included all those people as well as people with no national identity. For example, aside from numerous men named John, there were Richard Poole, such European descended runaways were described as just black complexion, not by their degree of blackness. They were not remarkably.
I'm confused. That whole thing confused. No, then they talk about blackness, like what degree of blackness?
European descended runaways were described as just black complexion, not by their degree of blackness, meaning their skin tone. They were not remarkably or middling or not very black. They weren't that. It's basically saying that their skin, when you look at them, they're not black. These are European people who are light skinned, but they call them black complexion, not based on if they are black as how we look at black today. That's basically what it says.
No, how we don't even get me started on how we look at black today, because that already don't make no sense. Because we black, but we not black.
To know that the term black in the 17th century could refer to a range of complexions, not just individuals of African descent. The use of the term swart or swarthy provided a way to describe those who were perceived as having a darker complexion than the dominant white population. Quotation marks. All right, I'm done with this. Let me get out of here. All right, is it 6 o'clock already? All right, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm not trying to make this long. All right. So my brother, Priest Danyaahla, there was not a royal commission per se, but the same article says there was a commission. I think it's two different people write that article, how they put it together. And it's confusing because at one point they say they don't know how it happened. And on one instance, they're saying how it happened further down. Plus they're saying that John Michael Wright had an opportunity to meet with Charles II and have him as a sitter for a portrait. So we don't know if it's that particular portrait or the other portrait that I showed or another one, but we know he sat down. So there's evidence of him meeting with Charles II and having a sit down, which is on the same page that you read. Something that was important to the conversation that shouldn't have been left out. All right. Anything you want to add, Mika?
No. Very interesting.
Yeah. So I don't have anything else to say, but I do want to stress that whenever we think of swarthy and dark and black, it can be used. I mean, if I go in my email right now, I got tons of newspaper clippings. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me show y'all this right now before I get out of here, so y'all don't think I'm BSing. Hold on 1 second. Let me find this newspaper article real quick. Here we go, right here. So y'all don't think I'm BSing. Right here. Where black complexion people are also called pale. It's crazy. So when you
now they call pale.
When you look at this is 1752 right here. See? Black complexion, pale. I didn't make it up. Garfield is not making this up. Let's go on to another newspaper. Black complexion, pale. Black complexion, pale. 1951. 1930. Well, no, that one right there. No, not that one. 1913. But I could go through the whole results and look at the ones in the 17 and the 1800s. Black hair, pale. Da 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 da. Black complexion, pale. Yeah, it's all in. We have tons. As a matter of fact, we also have we're folks who are considered European, as in pale skin, buttermilk complexion, are called black complexion. That is all over. All over. So it's kind of confusing. What I would love to do is have a discussion where I could bring out, because I think the King James, to me, is a slam dunk that he's a European. It's slam dunk. With Charles II, what happened is his children are called that. And James III is called that. James II is called that. But when you look at James II picture, or how he's described even in the national biography, they say he's pale with blue eyes. So I don't see how we would think, although it says tall black man, it don't literally mean that. I'm not telling anybody to agree with me. I'm not telling anybody to agree with me at all. Go do your own. I'm so Priest Danyaahla. I hate the fact that I met you, because you got me down this rabbit hole so deep I can't even turn back.
When they say sword sharpens sword.
Say that again.
Sword sharpens sword. Yeah, helping each other with the research.
Remember, Priest Danyaahla has been teaching something for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give a quick example. Me and Rawbon was inside the teachings of the Nation of Islam. And what happened is it's hard to let go. It took Rawbon some time. Even when you see Rawbon on us live, Rawbon was still down with that Yaqub stuff. So it took him a while to get out of it. It took me a while too. It's a couple of years ago I got away from that joint.
Rawbon was pseudo like that?
I was pseudo too. I used to play the class of Farad Muhammad. I was pseudo too. So it's not, and it took me years. I'm at right now, even if you mention Farrakhan name, I don't care as much as I did before, but it still kind of hit me in the subconscious. You know what I'm saying? So when you're part of a group or a cult or a movement that believes something, it's hard to get out of it. So for 30 years, my big bro, I call it, although I'm older than Priest Danyaahla, I call him my big bro. And what happened is he's been teaching this for 30 years. So for me to come and say, hey, King James is not black, or Charles II is not black, you got to present something that will alter him. So that book, Colonial Stuff, it has a lot of documentation from newspapers, over 40,000 newspapers she took clippings from, that show that black people are called yellow complexion. So the whole complexion thing has to do with more of humoral system. And now when it says tall black man, Garfield, they call him a tall black man, man. We know what a tall black man is today. But race was not a priest Danyaahla, bro. I love you, bro. Race was not a social construct then. So we can't, I'm not saying black don't mean black, but it had multiple meanings. And it's crazy, bro, because we never grew up in that culture. It's like when we talk about black Irish, right? The word for devil, the word for black people or black man, I think is fear dub. If you say fear dub with a capital, it means the devil. So they said that word can't mean black people. So they give us a different word for black people in Scotland, which means blue man. So we're called blue people in Scotland. Now that's confusing. I'm from America. I'm from Jamaica, coming to America. We don't learn that shit in Jamaica or in American school system. You got to be a part of that culture. So what I'm saying is get involved with the culture more. I had to hit up Scottish scholars, bro. I went deep with this shit. I had to hit them. I'm like, yo, why they calling this dude a black man? Nah, I don't mean that, bro. You got to look at what they call. Oh, let's look at this guy right here. This is a perfect example where we talk about calling somebody black. Look at this right here. Priest Danyaahla saw me put this up before. There's a guy by the name of Black Tom, right? Black Tom. Let me put him in here. Black Tom. All right, I'm going to show you this right here. Look at this right here. Everybody that's watching. The guy's called Black Tom, nickname of Thomas Butler, the 10th Earl of whatever. Look at what time period. 16th, 17th century, right? Irish peer and Lord Treasurer. The other guy is Black Tom. He was on the front page of a book. He's in the English Civil War Parliamentary General. Now watch this. When you click on it, look at the picture will come up. Is that a black man right there? Look at this picture right here. I want everybody to look at this guy. His nickname is Black Tom.
His hair is black.
Ah, he's not as light as normally how British people look too. So they would consider him dark. That's another craziness about this. We never grew up in this culture. So it's hard for me to say, yo, I'm 100% right, but I think I'm on the right. I think I'm on the right track. Look at Thomas Butler. He's called Black Tom. Right here. Would you consider this man black? But he's called black for a reason.
Why he look like James?
King James, right?
Yeah. Is it me or he does look?
No, he does. He does kind of look like King James a little something with the nose, not with the eyes. The way how his eyes shape in the picture, yes. But ladies and gentlemen, this man is called black. He's not black. It's for a reason. Either his hair, either his complexion is darker than the norm, but he's called Black Tom. I can't make this stuff up, yo. And I got tons of examples like this. So when they bring 10, I got 10 too. So this is crazy. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm 100% right on this, but I'm just trying to sell to the brother. We really don't know the culture. So when you talk about even Black Douglas, if he's called Black Douglas, why didn't they just say he's black? Why use some deal gray? And then you did a show. I'm not even going to get into that part. Just to try to make gray black to win the conversation. But let's think about
gray people. What you mean, gray black?
Yeah, he showed gray in a modern day context. So some gray is actually dark like black. But what I'm just saying, all of this stuff. I'm just saying, yo. You don't think you're wrong, but this is why I'm open for dialogue or debate.
That's right.
Everything. Because at the end of the day, though, I could admit I'm wrong.
That's right.
100%. You see, with the stuff you brought out in the video, if you meant Royal Commission, no, he didn't initiate that. Charles II, I could admit that. But I say commissioned because as a sitter, a royal monarch, he has to authorize the image of how he looks. And that's why I said he commissioned it. He authorized it. Was he the commissioner? No. So you could be right if you want to say you're right in that sense. Hey, I'll take a L for that. But I didn't mean commission in that. I didn't mean commission in that sense that you thought. Because all I mean is that he authorized, and I think as the monarch, you would respect the same. Like that's why I gave the analogy of you taking your kids to a party and you authorizing to put these images out. Yeah, you got to do it, even for lands of Israel. What videos do you want out for Passover? Unless you just have a free for all, anybody can just videotape. And like how Sicaria got caught in the club that time because people just wanted us videotape every damn thing and put it out.
Yeah, not even that. Oh, don't let me get on that.
Yeah, but when we see the words dark and swarthy, it kind of like because my brother Priest Danyaahla comes from an African-centered perspective as far as a black, no, not African-centered, I'm sorry, a black-centered perspective. There's nothing wrong with making everybody black. I actually support that. And I actually support white folks for who want to make everything white. Because if you are in a culture, you want the culture and the heroes to look like you. So in your world, Priest Danyaahla, you want the heroes to look like you. I have no problem with that. No problem. But if we're going to say this is historically correct, I don't think King James, I don't think Charles II, I don't think he commissioned the Verios picture with the ceiling. That's extremely well documented. In 1688, you could tell it was in this quarter or the privy, whatever. So if we worried about what's commissioned by King Charles, would we say that the 5 pictures where he's in hiding, did he commission those? Because that's what's documented. You could go look that up. I ain't made that one up. He definitely commissioned those. He commissioned that picture when he's flying in the sky with them white people. And you laughed that day when I said it. But he commissioned that. It said it on the website. If you worried about him being a commissioner, we got a lot of documents to show what he commissioned. King James, he commissioned the picture too. You're going to say, oh, he didn't commission it? Because guess what? That guy, Paul Van Sommer. Paul Van Sommer was the one who painted the wife. Look at it right here. Let me show you something real quick. Yo, I ain't going to front though. Priest Danyaahla taught me a lot of things, bro. He taught me a lot of things.
I even heard somebody said they had DNA of one of them. So
yeah. King Charles II.
Charles. They showed it. They ever showed it?
I showed it.
He European DNA, right?
Yeah. He's from Europe. Yeah.
Okay. See.
Paul Van Sommer. I want to show something about Paul Van Sommer real quick, right? At the bottom. Hold on. Where is Paul Van Sommer? Paul Van Sommer. I want to show some. Hold on a second. Let me go here. Let me go to images. Let's see if I find the one with here go right here. Right here. This image, right? Paul Van Sommer became her personal. This is King James' wife. Let me show it on the screen real quick. This is King James' wife, right? Now watch this. If you notice, he got a black person in the background.
King James love him some white women.
Look at you see that black guy right there? Can you see that black guy right there? See him?
Yeah.
See him? So if she was black, he didn't have a problem painting her black. He didn't have a problem. And he was her personal. Hey, I'm telling you. You see, we could have this conversation, and it's documented in national biography that Queen Anne was pale with blue eyes or brown.
Oh, she definitely looked pale.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, are you going to show that every image? You see, for Priest Danyaahla to win, he has to prove that every image that we have of King James is false. He has a criteria, which is a beautiful criteria, beautiful methodology. He said that you're going to have to show. No, he said, I don't want to, you know what? Let me just paraphrase. I'm paraphrasing. He had said on one of his videos that you would have to show, like, if the person is a court painter, the king's painter, or the sergeant painter, and you got to show that they were involved as far as painting. We could show that. We could show that. We could show letters by King James with images on him on the letters, with him and his son. We could show all types of letters showing King James, original primaries. We got that. I got that in England with Charles II. So how is it you're going to refuse all the primaries, but we're going to believe, oh, he's a tall black man, and that's it? Look at this guy right here. You ever heard of King James, King what do you call it, the eighth? What is it, Henry the Eighth? You ever heard of him?
Yeah, sound familiar.
Henry the Eighth was described as being black in the face when he was sick. Now that has to do with the humoral system because he's sick, so he's black in the face. But in other descriptions of him, it says he's pale with blue eyes. What more do you need? But they only care about the black in the face just to say he's black. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But I learned from the video to use different words. Commissioned wasn't a good. I should have said authorized. And we'd have had a different discussion. But thanks for the video, bro. I don't take that stuff personal. And shout out to Priest Danyaahla as well. And I do want you to be a part of my my fact checkers, so that me, you, Unc, and Sean, and we could get Fortune in here, and brother what's his name, Tazara. He works with Dante, and we could just have a committee where we just meet up and we just record it, and we just put it out for the people, man. Fact checkers, man. We fact checking everything. Fact checking Garfield. Fact checking Mika. Fact checking everything. And by the way, Priest, there's nothing. If you're wrong and corrected, that is okay. That is perfectly fine. But remember, though, you're a priest, so you're guided by the Holy Spirit. So you can't be wrong. That's the difference between me and you, though. Technically, I'm just a regular dude on YouTube. If I'm wrong, I stand corrected. I'm man enough to say, yo, you got me wrong. Let me show you something where I was wrong at. I did a presentation in 2017 on Danyaahla, right? Priest Danyaahla is different than me because technically Priest Danyaahla should have came out and said, yo, I was wrong about this. Garfield was right. Now, look at this right here. I'm going to show y'all a couple of things where I was wrong, man. A couple of things.
Only a couple? Jeez, you good.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. It ain't gonna change Garfield one bit. Oh, by the way, this image right here, King James is what they say he's black. This one right here by Simon Van der Paas. It's a line engraving, so I wouldn't count it as an image because it's engraving. Because remember, he's sitting down for a pose. So what happened is he's using a picture. And the whole system of line engraving is just so unbelievable how they did it back those days. It was crazy nice how they did it. But he's the same one that made this one right here. This image right here. They look white. What about this one? Do they look black? He's the same guy though. He's a line engraver. See this one on the right?
Okay, chat. What you think? Do he look white or black?
So this is another image.
Y'all tell us.
This is another image that they use. It's a line engraving. It's not something that was drawn originally by the person who is engraving. Again, I'm using my brother Priest Danyaahla gave me a methodology. I'm gonna use it. If an artist draws King James, he needs to be either a court painter, a sergeant painter, or a king's painter, or whatever, some other one that's connected to King James. And he got to tell us what year and so we could document it and try to track it in a small way. We're not going to find the exact date when they got paid and all that stuff. That's too hard. But I have not seen an image of King James where he's literally, I could say, he's possibly black, where you could trace it back to an artist or a portrait painter. Mm-hmm. You can't find none while he was alive.
Anybody could show that proof, please email Garfield because I want to see it too.
Yeah, you gotta take a look. You gotta be able to provide that. And I thank Priest for that. He's the one that put that out there. You got to find the original right here. This one was made, I think, 1603. So this right here, they say he's black based on how they make the picture. They show this guy named Patterson's book, and they darken it so it makes him look black. I mean, to each his own, man. To each his own. To each his own.
And if Garfield is wrong, y'all free to hit the link and let him know.
Yeah, like right here, right? I was wrong right here. I'm going to show you where I was wrong, right here. This is the first time I was wrong. Right here. Not right here, right?
Now, Priest Danyaahla, that's my homie, so But you know.
Right here, I'm mistaken this guy for this guy.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
See that too? Over there got the phone ringing and he doing a live. Mm-mm-mm.
All right, yeah. So I mistake. That was the first mistake I made in my presentation, right?
Oh yeah, I remember this. Was it something with the hair or something you messed up?
Well, I thought it was the same guy. I thought
You thought this one when you thought it was the same guy.
Priests think that this guy is black and they're trying to make him white. Well, hey, I'm not even gonna get into that right now. Leave that one alone. But I thought it was the same guy. I made a mistake.
Yeah. Well, you know, easy mistake, I guess, because
I'm pseudo for that.
Yeah.
Pseudo for that. I'm pseudo.
What else mistake you made?
I made a bunch of mistakes.
Let's correct it now.
Nah, I let him do that.
Okay.
But people making mistakes is I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You should try not to be wrong, but
right, because you're trying to give out right information. So
yeah,
this one I remember.
This one here was kind of like hilarious, but I do know this for a fact though. Again, he's described as a tall black man. So if you're reading it and you think it tall black man in a modern day sense, I see why you would believe that he's black. I understand, but I'm trying to tell y'all race was not a social construct at the time. So black had multiple meanings. Humoral system. Although the tall black man, him being tall and black and his children being tall and black, it has a meaning that you wouldn't understand because you're not in that culture at that time.
Well, this guy right here that you have up, he looked kind of mixed. Like he could be like half and half.
It says portrait of a Moor in armor.
Oh,
what it says. A mulatto. Portrait of a mulatto.
Okay, so yeah, he does look like
that. Your friend Asari Motep translated it. But he speaks French.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
interesting.
He could read and write French.
What?
Yeah. But this is King, isn't this King Charles' brother though? This is his brother.
Wow.
This is his brother, not his son. This is his brother, I think.
You think? Oh, you can't think, you gotta know, Garfield.
It's long, his face is rather long, the complexion borders on paleness, the forehead very broad, the eyes very large, blue, but without sparkle. I don't know. This is in the national biography. If y'all want to take it, James III or James II or whatever he is. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, that would be that's James III. That would be his grandson, his son. I think this would be Charles II's son. Yeah, but I made a couple errors. I mean, it is what it is. I called the mother the daughter or something like that. Yeah, right here. I mistake the mother for the daughter or some crap like that right here. But Anne of Denmark, look at that right here. Even in later times, her white skin and yellow hair. Come on.
White skin and yellow hair.
Come on, man. Okay. Come on, man. Oh, boy. Let's not get into that Barbados. Oh, man. Let's not get into that part.
That book, I hear a lot about that book.
Which one?
It was about the color. I remember when I was a Hebrew, they always be like, get that book.
Which one?
You just passed it. I forgot the name of the book. It was about color, something of color. Which way you going? I don't even know.
I'm going back to look right now what you're talking about. I want to see what.
And it had a girl on the cover of the book. What's that book they always tell every Hebrew to get and read, y'all? In the chat, somebody know.
Yo, you crazy, yo. Like somebody know, yo, you stupid.
Yeah, because they be telling you, okay, you got to get this book, and this book.
This one, no color line. This one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Jay Rogers was a beast, though. But some of the stuff, I mean,
so you saying he's pseudo?
He's a beast. He's a Jamaican. He's a beast.
Oh.
Give him a pack.
So, okay, so because he a beast, I don't make him pseudo because he's Jamaican, and Jamaicans are not pseudo.
Again, again, let me say this because we was talking about Charles II. These are images that was drawn of Charles II. See, he's darker. He's not light skinned like the other British folks. You see, look at the one at the bottom right. You see that? He has a different shade. He doesn't look like all the Europeans look as far as being light and bright. This was a mistake. I said that his name wasn't on the proclamation, the one he posted. That was a lie. That was another error right there. I remember that one. See, they call him the black bastard. They call him the black boy. The mother call. Let me ask y'all this, man. How y'all know that the mother called him a black boy? How do we know that? How we know that? How we know that? What's the source on that?
That he called. Say that again.
How do we know the mother? See in the book, the mother called him a black boy. Maybe call him a black boy or whatever.
A black boy.
How do we know that?
Because somebody got the information from his
mother.
mother.
Right, his mother wrote jokingly to her sister-in-law that she had given birth to a black baby and to a dear friend in France, that he was so dark that she was ashamed. How do we know she said that? We got it from a source, right? Why do we trust all the sources? The one that says the tall black man, the black baby, tall black man for the children and grandchildren. Why do we trust the sources that mention swarthy and black? It's coming from the same cultural elements that create the other sources. So why we don't trust the images based off of the cultural connection that they have? Is it because they're trying to say he's white? You see, that's when there's a methodological problem. Because we said, oh, he's black, man. He's black. So anything that implies he might be white is wrong. That's bad methodology. That's bad methodology.
He was dark. She was ashamed of him. Where you got that salt? He was black.
From Antonio Fraser. I'm not disputing that she said that. But her dark, because if you think about it, she would send his portrait as soon as he's a little fairer. So now what's she gonna do? Bleach him? He can't be black then, because you can't be black and just turn fairer later. Maybe he's dark. So the word dark.
Yeah, but how he became dark? Unless she was cheating on, you know.
Tell me my jacket.
Yeah. And then she tried to hide it because they didn't have DNA tests to say you are the father. So.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm just saying. My conspiracy theorist.
Conspiracy theorist number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it don't make sense that she said that she'd bring him outside when he's a little fairer if he was a black person. Because a black person's complexion not change.
No. I don't care if you bleach them, they're going to turn back, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like cartel. Oh, man. Is the guy on the right at the bottom, is he a white man?
Wait. Is he a white man?
Yeah.
He got the features of one. Look at the nose. Yeah, he got the feature.
Well, he's dark though.
I'm not gonna. This is a picture. And plus, you know, there are some European that can get a little.
What about this soccer player right here?
Okay, I'm waiting for it to pop up. Oh yeah, he looked like. I'm not gonna say he European. He looked like he from somewhere. But you could tell the difference between a European and somebody else, though, right?
What about this picture right here? What about the girl that he got his foot on?
Wait. I'll wait till it come up. Yeah, that person is white. Yeah.
But he authorized this picture. He got it. He commissioned this. if he mad at me saying commission, he's the commissioner of this. I think he is.
And if he was black or dark or whatever, he would be proud and show his darkness and his features and all of that. Why he got to be around, it's just not right. Somebody gonna have to.
That's a picture that got me in trouble with Priest Danyaahla right here. He got the heels on.
You know them Europeans, they like to dress.
By the way, Catherine of Braganza is another thing too, because they come out, they say that she's ugly and black, whatever. And when people read that, they think, you see, that's a problem. We're reading these things in a modern day context, so it's gonna get us in trouble, yo.
Even a modern day concept is crazy, but
it's trouble because we read and it says, "Oh, she was ugly and black or whatever." Because, bro, trust me, trust me, Priest Danyaahla. I know why you say he's black. I trust and believe. That tall black man is a tough pill to swallow. If you're not educated enough to research and look at English time period and colonial time periods of the usage of black, then we shouldn't even entertain the conversation. I've been in Scottish groups. I've reached out to Scottish scholars because I want to understand the culture better. It's very confusing. So we all read the word black and be like, yo, they black like us. No, it's not black. It's not black like how we look at it. And you can't tell a regular person that because they're reading it, they're like, yo, so you trying to say black don't mean black? They used to call the Jews black because Hitler and them, because they want to denigrate them and make them look like idiot, like they ain't shit. So I'm gonna call them black. Rabbinical Jews. Yeah, they used to call rabbinical, and we know rabbinical Jews, like the ones that I showed you with the Negroid features. You know them rabbinical Jews are them Jews ain't no dumb black people, man. You know that. Mika. You trying to play games, yo. You trying to play games. Oh man. But anybody want to entertain this? I mean, I'm gonna stay on for 25 more minutes. And
yeah, somebody hit the link because let me know if I'm colorblind or something.
If you took what I said as commission, as a royal commission, the king never authorized a royal commission. He authorized the image. That's there. I believe the image is genuine, and he authorized it based off of the commission process. He authorized the image as the sitter. So as the sitter, he had the right to say, I like this when they do like the first portraits when it's drawn, he has the right to say, yo, go ahead with that or not go ahead with it. So he had to authorize it. I think that's a fair evaluation. Nobody want to jump on, man? Come on, man.
Don't let me be the only one up here beating up Garfield.
Beat me up all day, yo.
All day. Look at that.
Can't take it no more. Can't take the beat up no more. Yep, a girl, Catherine, whatever.
Oh, look at Captain talking shit. He in the chat. Hit the link.
Oh, he talking about your voice.
Captain.
Somebody said they like your voice. Somebody said they like your voice.
Link right now.
Somebody said they like your voice, and he hating. He hating, yo. He hating. Cap, why you hating, man? Get out of here, man. You know her voice sounds sexy. Get out of here.
You know he bad. Hit the link, Captain. I dare you.
Garfield sounds sick. Lord God. Yo, I'm chosen, yo. See somebody put it in the chat. I'm chosen.
Kaplan, come teach. Come here, I got some question for you, Captain.
Captain too big, no, not a time for we.
Yeah, listen.
July 4th, Cap, we got.
Come on, tell them about your cookout.
So everybody come check that out Friday. That's gonna be wow. That's gonna be sick right there.
Captain, come up here and tell them about your cookout. Hit the link.
Oh, I'm gonna be at the cookout.
See?
I'm gonna be at the cookout. He invite me. I'm gonna be at the cookout.
Come on, Cap. Before you do the live, because you could start the live anytime. Don't get me started. You could start the live anytime. Hit the link, Captain.
What up, Reason?
What's up, bro? Good day, Miss Mika. How you doing today?
Hi. How you doing?
I was about to say it was dry for a minute, but I'm doing good. I'm saying you rebounded nicely. For a minute there, I thought, like, oh man, it's going.
Oh no, I got distracted for a minute. I'm like, what?
Okay, I know you're a New York lady. I know y'all tough anyway, so I know how y'all is.
What do you mean that it tough? Tough how?
Man, listen,
He's right.
I say
He's
she's Jamaican, she tough. That's what I said.
Hey, bro, you heard what Cameron said. He said they'll mess with New York girls. They'll tell you to suck that you know what. Them New York girls rough. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
We have always known about. No, I love my New York sisters, but New York ladies, New York people in general, just rough people in general. That's just how.
You know what? We had to be tough. No, we had to be tough. And he got to remember, I mean,
and I do agree with that. Y'all had to be. New York was
like porridge. Yo, she's soft like porridge. Don't be guessing her. I'm Brooklyn. Hey, get out of here. I'm Bronx.
You Bronx.
Hey, come on, Garfield. You from Jamaica, man. Don't get no rougher than that. Come on, bro. Y'all just start wearing shoes. Y'all just start wearing shoes in the 80s. Come on, bro.
Oh man, Travel Fox and Bally's, right?
yeah. Y'all been, them boys down in Jamaica, boy, they rough. You know what I'm saying?
The
For
clogs.
real.
What they call them?
Hey, any man to chop a dude with a sword, boy, they been rough. You know?
No, machete, right?
Yeah, they walk around with whole swords around.
You saw the old man in Florida, they locked up because he had killed some raccoon, and they arrested him for killing animals or something. He's like, yo, the raccoon come, but tell them not to come. I mean,
for real.
Not for shot him.
Hey, Jamaicans don't play, boy. Hey, Jamaicans do not play.
Killed him, yo. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, you right about that. The Jamaicans
I told him not to come. I told him.
Hey, I just feel like where are my people at? We rough, man, because we didn't came up in some rough conditions.
Man, you're on Mika side or Mass.
No.
Hey, I ain't on now one of y'all side for real.
No, but where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Alabama and Ohio. I'm saying.
You was there when they beat up the dude on the ship. You was there for that.
Hey, you know what? I was born 75 miles south from there, so it was really crazy because at one time there was a slave period. That's where they brought a lot of slaves in. So just the irony, just to think about years later, they was whipping white people's ass on that period. Sorry for the cussing, but you would have thought like you think about a few years back, boy, they'd have all been lynched out there. You know what I'm saying, for that uprising. You know what I mean? So it was really like a full circle moment for a lot of people from down south because you gotta think of that area. That's the heart of the slave heart in Alabama, bro. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So you don't, huh?
I never thought about that.
Yeah. You gotta see. That's how I look at it, man. You gotta think, man. That's the country, bro. Like Alabama, man. You gotta think. Like I'm from Alabama. Then you got people from Mississippi. They just start sharecropping. They still sharecropping. It's basically slavery. You know what I mean? So they still going through like rough and tough times as far as just living in America. Still, they don't talk about that. Mississippi is the poorest state in America. You know what I mean? And we got the highest black population in for real. You know what I mean? So it's really a rough place. That's why like the murder rate so high. Like any place in America, they talk about black people. If you go to any of them cities, they got poor economics. The job rate is poor. It's all correlate the same. If you know what I'm saying, if you gotta survive. So you're gonna survive whatever way you can. Especially you got people to feed. So it's unfortunate, but it's just how it is. But no, I was just getting back to what y'all was saying. I was just listening earlier when you showed.
Thought about it?
I just think it's all confusion, man. Because you had them two white boys up there. They said it was Negroid. Negroid itself means black. It's a Spanish or Latin word. So how the hell can you look at them and say, okay, they Negroid? We know what the word Negroid means. They don't even look. That's what I'm saying, man. I just feel like they just moved the line, man. And we know with the Renaissance, they whitewashed a lot of stuff. That's just a fact.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Reason. I'm gonna ask you an honest question, all right?
Yes, sir.
When do you think the Renaissance is? Like what years? Let's look
it
up.
I looked it up. I looked it up. It went from like the 1400s until like it said like the 14th century to like the 17th century, somewhere like that. That's what it said on Google. So I know we was all Google scholars, as my girl Mika said.
Yeah. We good with that. Now watch this now. So you're saying that there was some sort of people whitewashing, right? I don't deny that. The argument I hear my Hebrew Israelite brothers make is that although Cromwell and them or whoever destroyed all these images, the Protestants or whatever, that they destroy them and then whitewash them. Now, I don't have no evidence outside the image of Christ, which was already whitewashed before. I don't have any evidence that they remade any documents or pictures and whitewashed them. I've never seen any evidence of that.
Man, it's countless pictures that people would have showed duplicates of that they have showed the original to the remakes.
I just
believe.
Hold on, time out.
Go ahead.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen any evidence of that. I'm talking about the England now. I'm not talking about in Europe. I'm talking only England when they said that the stuff was destroyed because the Protestants destroyed it because they said it was breaking the second commandment of.
I mean, if you want to go back, you can go back to the Library of Alexandria. They've been destroying artifacts, bro.
I'm talking about that.
I'm just talking about they just didn't start rewriting history, bro.
No,
it's just like they've been rewriting history. Even in the book of Maccabees, they talk about them taking.
First Maccabees 48. I know that.
I'm just saying. This is what I'm saying. They've been rewriting history. That's what I'm saying. They've been rewriting history. You got to take that into account. You have to take that into account.
Reason. Listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
I'm talking only about England and the documents and the churches and all these images being destroyed. I'm not talking about Europe. I'm not talking about the Library of Alexandria. I'm not talking about the Roman time period. I'm only talking about the Renaissance time period. I know that they remade the images of Christ. I know that. I don't need nobody to tell me that. But I'm talking about what they did when they destroyed those images and destroyed the churches and destroyed the libraries. I'm talking about the images that were put back in place, or even if they replaced them. Because remember, they destroyed the images because they hated the Catholic Church, because the Catholic churches had all type of stuff in their church on the walls. That's the main thing about the Reformation and them destroying these images, because they said it broke the second commandment. So if it broke the second commandment, that means they're not going to replace it with other images, bro, because they said that's against the law. So what I'm talking about is that particular time period in England when they destroyed the images. Show me where they replaced them with white images. That's all I'm asking.
Well, we see how they changed. They supposedly changed King James, like how you just had up there. Even those images you had up there with all those people denoting, even like you say, you looked up the word swarthy. Like I say, y'all people make me go back and study, so I do appreciate it. So I'm sitting there looking up swarthy as you talking, and I looked up all that say dark skin. It don't say nothing about it. Then it also goes to it says the opposite of swarthy is pale. So I'm sitting there like, okay, so if swarthy is swart, and then what else kills me? I just want to ask this so bad. I've been wanting to ask this. Why do people say people of olive skin? Are they green? Or what?
No,
I just always
types of olives. So
but they never ever. But when they always they show some white dude, and I'm sitting there like, he don't look green. You know what I'm saying? Or what?
Do you have an image of King James when he's black? Do you have an image?
You just had one up there. The Stewart House, you just showed him that black image of King James. You just showed him.
Which one? What are you talking about?
That one.
Oh wait, so you agree that he's black?
Hey, I'm just like this, Meek. I ain't saying he couldn't be or could. I'm just saying, like, we know that lines have been moved, man. Wow. We know lines have been moved. That's all I'm saying. We can at least agree to that. Like I said, y'all didn't even change the image of the Messiah himself.
Okay,
like
let me ask you a question.
And hold on, can I say this? Can I say this? And you can go ahead. Even like I know they don't mess with the two Babylons, but even how Alexander Hislop said how they didn't even change the image of Nimrod. They know he was a black dude. They done whiten him up. You know what I'm saying? And he is really like the leader of their belief. Nimrod was really who they still worshiping out here. So it's like they didn't even whiten him up. It's like
you then about this picture right here.
Then the whole just because it's in black and white.
You're saying that this is a black man. I mean, a black
man,
right?
Just because it's in black and white, man, you can look at that man hair. You can look at that man and tell he's a man of color.
How he getting that information? I want to
Breezy. Hold on one second. Breezy.
Go ahead.
That this is an line engraving image, right? This is not an original picture.
Man, that dude look like Lionel Richie somebody, bro.
Hold on a second. I got pictures of King James that looks darker than that. That's line engraving. That's different. That's not a portrait.
But it doesn't matter what it is.
Hold
He
on,
got
still
the
look,
leopard
he
skin,
still look,
though.
You know why it
he
matters?
still look like
Hold on,
Lionel
hold on.
Richie
Watch
though.
it,
He still
watch
like
it, watch
Lionel
it.
Richie's uncle or something, bro. He
Hold
still like a
on.
black dude.
Bro. Hold on. 1 second.
He's
Look
got
at
the
this right
leopard
here.
skin, though.
Look at this picture. The same guy that made that picture made this picture. Same guy. Same guy made this. Is he black in this one?
Come on, look at his feature. Come on. Put
Come
on
on,
glasses.
bro.
Look at
The
his
same
features.
person made this image. Is
Bro,
it?
you had to, like I said,
Come
who's to say
on.
that that's the
Same
same
person
the same
made
dude?
this. The same person that
That
made this
means
made this.
that means nothing, bro. That means absolutely
What
nothing.
No,
about this?
what you say is not the same dude. What he say?
No, it's not. Just
It's
like I
not.
said,
Same dude that made it.
like I said, he
Same
gonna make one picture look one way, and then why would he try to contradict himself? Why would he make a picture look one way and then draw him a whole nother way?
Not this one.
Well, you
This
know
one,
we get
this one.
older,
He made
right?
this one.
We get
Nah,
older.
man, that would make no sense. I would draw a picture of him looking like I won't draw a
I
picture.
want Breezy to make it make sense so I could understand, like what because you going too fast, Garfield.
And I know
This
I
is the
bounce
picture. I'm
around
talking
too.
about
I
this,
know I
this
bounce
picture
around
right
when I
here. This
talk
one
too,
I
so I
saw.
know
This
how it
one I
is.
saw.
Follow me too. Yeah, they're like a black dude
With a mustache and everything.
with a what?
So you're saying he's black because it has a shade to it?
Bruh, like he would just look at his features.
Look at his nose. Look at his nose, bro.
You can look at his features and tell he's a brother, a person of color.
Are we blind? Are
Yo,
you
black
serious? Are
people,
we
we the
blind?
best, yo.
I
Yo,
don't see
Akana Jabo. What's up, bro?
what are you
What
looking
you
at?
saying, man? What you saying, man? You have to go back to that King James picture, man. He's got the leopard skin on. Can't you see it?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, man. Look at it. See the leopard
That's a
skin
black
there?
dude, bro. That dude like Grady or somebody off good. He like Grady off Sanford and Son. You see him talking about, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Okay, think about this. Okay, when King James was born, where was black folks when they was coming off the ship? How the hell he
But
became
it still
king?
was
Like,
black people. But it still was black people in the world that weren't like Ethiopian. It was still black people in this world that weren't all slaves.
Excuse me, brother.
And you
What's your
still have black people
excuse
that
me,
still
brother.
have high positions in this world, even doing slavery. Looking like even doing
no,
like, come on, man.
Excuse me,
We
brother.
know this.
they wasn't even trying to listen to black folk. We was less than human.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, sir.
Excuse me, brother. Can I quickly just
Yes,
a
sir.
little
Go ahead,
back to
sir.
back with you, yeah?
Go,
So
sir. My brother from across the creek.
I want to know something. Are you saying there was indigenous black English people?
Yes, you can look at the coat of arms of a lot of them English people houses. They got black images. Like a lot of them people that got coat of arms over there. Even it's festivals over there where they have like black festivals of
There's even roads called Moore Road, and
bro, like you know what I'm saying. You know what? I'm not from over there. I'm not from over there. All I can say is
from over here.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but they don't exist. This is the point.
Yeah, they don't exist now. They don't exist now because a lot of these people have been bred out. It's just like they did them people in South America with that brachiominto stuff. You got to think generations in past, man. Like people don't lighten up. It's been a lot of mixing, bro.
Cool. So right now, yeah, just forget about America right now. You're talking to a black British person, yeah. How are you going to explain your narrative to me? Because I'm from here. I don't see no one claiming black native English, nothing. That's not in existence. And the white people that do claim black heritage, they say it's from Africa. So when you're saying bred out, what do you mean? Or are you trying to say the black people that was in Britain was taken somewhere as slaves? Is that one of your narratives, basically?
Man, it could be a whole lot of scenarios, my brother. Like we know a lot of people.
Why would it be that?
We know people that have been expelled. We know people that have been killed. We know a lot of millions of people that have been slaughtered over there. Like I said, it could be a lot of different stuff. But explain to me, why is it black coat of arms and all that? Like you just said, we know that. And it's black festivals over there held. We know this. So what I'm just saying,
I'm not doubting Moorish presence in Europe. I'm not.
I mean, even before Moorish presence, like they had a black presence in that. They had a black presence up there even before the Moors.
I'm not doubting black presence in Europe. What I'm denying is black, native, English, or this narrative you lot put out is beyond false, that it don't exist here. I'm talking of my experience, and I can say at least 90% of black people can agree with me on this. You lot's narrative does not exist here. If it was the truth, it would, fam, that would be the thing. We do know there was black Brits here. That's one of the funniest thing about this whole thing.
So if you say
We
we know what it
acknowledge it,
is,
but
you know
we
we know what
know
it
they
is. So
was
what are you saying though? What are you what are
in
you
the choir,
contending against?
or they were like popes, or you know what I'm saying, but they were from Africa. We acknowledge these things, you know what I'm saying. We want proof where I'm from. We like evidence, you know what I'm saying. We don't really go with fairy tales.
Bro,
And
if you want to just say that everybody is basically from the same, I don't want to say Africa, but from that plateau, because you got to think.
it has to be,
You know what I'm
because
saying? Everybody scattered out from the same place.
it
So if
has
you
to
want to
be
say,
it
you know
has
what I'm
to
saying?
be it has
Come
to
on,
be
man.
that we all come from Africa, because it seems that it's you guys that's saying that you come from somewhere, but the white man conquered. So for example, Native America, you lot got conquered. This place, you lot got it's like everywhere you lot claim, you lot got conquered and wiped out. But where I'm from, I can tell you, from the 1800s at least to the early 1900s, we was warring the British. Before that, I can't tell you we got conquered and all of this. And even when we got conquered, we're still in West Africa. We're not like wiped out. So with you lot's narrative, it's always a wipeout. And I think you lot pick them stories because it's easier to make a story out of it. So
Man, we could see the black coat of arms over there, all through those houses over there, bro. They
but
coat of
I'm not
arms are black
denying
people.
I'm not
So
denying
so
there
so
was
that's a
some
part of their
Moorish
that's a part
rule
of
or
their
something.
heritage, bro.
I don't. I'm gonna look.
That's a
I'm gonna
part of
have
their
to look
heritage,
further
though.
into what you're
I
saying,
understand you
because
saying I ain't gotta say they're indigenous,
you know
but if
what?
it still
Yeah,
was a
in
black
my
ruling class, it was a
library,
black ruling class over there
you know
that
what
was
we do.
wiped out.
You
You know
know
what
what
I'm
we do. Yeah, if possible, I've in my library right now. I've got what's the book called?
saying?
Nature
But
knows no color line. Yeah. If Garfield's got the PDF or whatever, we can analyze this black coat of arms you're talking about, and just, you know what I'm saying, see
it's
what
a
it's
bunch of
about.
houses. It's a bunch of houses over there with it.
Yeah,
And like I
if
said,
where's these houses? Like, if you can point it, I hear you saying it, but I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, yeah. No,
I mean,
show
but you
me.
already said that earlier when we said like, I know that, and then it's like
No,
also
no,
a
no.
festival they have over there, all that. Like I
I
said,
said there's
you know what I'm
roads
saying,
called Moore Road. I didn't
bro?
talk of no coats of arms. So if you could enlighten me with that.
Well, I'm on. Hey, like I said, I'm
I've
on
got
my
the book
phone.
here. I don't really look
You know
at it.
what
I
I'm
just
saying,
pick out little bits what I need. There's some
yeah,
books I got on my shelf that I really need to dig in. But yeah, these are one of the
but
books I just got here. But where do we go in it? Because I see some coat of arms. It looks fancy, but yeah. Do you know?
yeah, because I don't want to. I would go to my Google, but I know if I do that, I'm gonna get like out of
No,
the out of
have
the.
you got Nature Knows No Color Line, the book, or
I've
are
heard of
you
that.
aware
I've
of it?
heard of it. I'm aware of it.
So where do you get your sources from?
It's like everybody just study it, man. Over the years, I got encyclopedias. I've seen those images. Like when you had encyclopedias and things, I've seen those images. And also, like, everybody want to knock YouTube, but we on YouTube now, so like
No, no,
information
no,
is
no,
there.
no, no. Don't get twisted.
No,
I
no,
never knock YouTube.
I ain't getting
But
stuff. I ain't
hear
getting
what
stuff,
though?
bro. I'm done.
But hear what though? You do need a shelf.
Do I need a what?
You do need a shelf. Like, you need a library in it. Like for me, for example, I'll go up to like, I don't even want to brag, but nearly. I don't want to brag in it, but yeah, you need a shelf in it. You need a
I'm one of the
shelf.
ones. I'm one of the ones that I feel you don't though, because a lot of them books can just confuse you too. You can
No,
have
you
too
know
many.
what? Yeah.
You can have too many books, and you can be just as dumb as hell.
No,
Because a lot of people,
you're
it's a lot
super
of
right. You're
scholars out
super
here.
right.
It's a
You're
lot of
super
so-called
right.
scholars out here. They don't, bro. Like, they
You're
believe we come
super
from
right. You're
monkeys.
super
They
right.
believe we come from monkeys and shit. So, like I say, just because you're a scholar don't mean nothing.
No, you're super right. But
You
hear
know what
what
I'm saying?
though? I'm speaking of experience. I'm from a place and background where we don't even read books, bro. Like, we don't even do this, bro. We don't do all of this. We don't do this.
Hey,
It's
hey,
just
hey,
me.
too. Hey, and I'm from
You
that
know
too.
what
But
I'm saying? This is
you know what
me
made me
making
start
a
reading? You
change
know
in
what made me
life. You know
start
what I'm
reading? Because
saying?
in America,
I've got a son to look after and these
yeah.
things. So if you really want to get into it, we don't do this. So the people who do this, that conduce to them. You know what I'm saying? So what
But like I said,
what I've
just
got to
like you
say
said,
is though,
over in
what I've got
America,
to
we
say
don't
is
do
though,
that either.
knowledge is power, innit? Speaking of experience, knowledge is power. So if you're just gonna be out here listening to people on YouTube and actually not putting in the footwork, then that's your issue, innit? But me, I love reading.
Hey, bro, like
Love reading.
like I said, I've been the
I
footwork,
love it.
my footwork. I've been doing this since '98, bro. Like before you could even get on the internet, and you
Boy,
had to
I
go to
was a little
bookstores.
baby back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not new to this,
I
my
was a
brother.
little baby, so I
Yeah,
might need to
you was still
humble
crap,
myself while I'm at
crapping on yourself. You was still crapping on yourself when I was out here, like actually having to go to bookstores and
No, I
when
hear
you had
you.
to go to like when you had to really do the footwork. So
No, I hear
believe
you.
me, so that's why I said
No,
when you talk
yeah.
about
No, I
footwork,
hear
I
you.
done done that.
I hear you.
You did,
My bad.
you did. No, yeah,
My bad.
it's
But
cool. It's
for
cool,
real
man.
though,
It's cool, man. It's cool.
for real,
It's cool.
the black
Because
culture.
can I say this? Because I'm one of the ones, man. I don't get upset really because I know, just like I done talked to Carfield before, I know the conversation got to be had, man. So I'm trying not to, because I know a lot of people be too heavy handed with each other, man. That's why like a lot of the camps,
Yeah.
a lot of camps I don't really mess with because like if I don't know something,
Yeah.
you just can't go, oh, you stupid. Like, okay, if I don't know, just
No doubt.
Shout out
enlighten
to
me.
Captain. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't lie. I mean, you just okay, put me to the side and elaborate a little bit. Then don't, because the one thing about it, if you're a man or a woman, you just ain't gonna let nobody just disrespect you, even if you is, even if they're trying to give you truth. Like
Right.
they talk
Have you been to
crazy.
the UK before?
Hey, bro, I would love to come because I want to try the beans and toast, bro. I'm intrigued.
Need to come here, have a look around, man. I think by the time you leave and go back to America, I don't think you might have the same thought. I don't think so, man.
I mean, you never know. If I get with the right people,
here,
if I get with the right people over there, they know some history. They might can tell me some things. Like,
let
yeah,
me tell you something. If you're gonna search for anything black native around here, it's gonna be tough, very tough. I'll
yeah.
warn you. So don't
I would
waste your
probably
money.
believe that. I would believe that. Just look at what we going through, trying to just prove we Israelites. It's
No,
tough.
but there's
But
there's
Reason, I want
evidence
to
for
ask
that.
you a
There's
question because we
evidence for
going
that
way
that I
past
can even put
the
Garfield on a
subject.
hot seat.
Yes,
There's
ma'am. Yes,
evidence for
ma'am.
that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yes, ma'am.
saying?
Okay. If
Yes, ma'am.
King James wasn't black, would that make a difference in your belief?
Hey, no, it would because like this, I'm one of these people like this. I've listened to so-called white people that know some truth. Because one thing about the devil, even they want, because I don't believe all white people is the devil. How everybody, oh, the white man's the devil. I'm like this. I believe like this. The first people that had my people, Israelites, in bondage were black people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
But you
look
see
at
the
that.
Israelite narrative, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
Hey,
a problem I have
I'm just
with you
answering a
guys,
question.
yeah.
Can I finish answering
Listen,
a question, my brother? I'm just
cool.
saying, like, so I don't really look at all because I got the white people that I care for in my life, even as an Israelite that I
So
love and care for. So it ain't like I feel like all white because I'm not one of those. I
okay,
don't
so
feel
if
like
the
white people
Israelite
gonna be
was
kissing my
white,
feet.
would that
I
be a
don't no.
problem?
What you say, ma'am?
So if the Israelites was white
But
or
I know
like
they're not white. I know they're not white.
okay, I know that there's different types. So they could be white, they could be in the Middle East, they could be African. I know they could be whatever.
I know the ones over there in the Middle East right now ain't. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you talking
Because
about the one that moved to
But
Israel?
what's your
the
criteria? Like, what are
1948
you?
people are not because the Most High didn't put them back over there. The government, the Balfour Declaration, put them back over there. Them people ain't even supposed to be there. They're not even Israelite. They Polish people.
Oh, the Europeans. Yeah, I agree with that.
They're not even Shemitic people. The
Excuse me,
main
sir.
people that's hollering about Shemites, they not even Shemitic. That's like me
Excuse,
hollering that's like me hollering I'm California and I'm living in Ohio. Like, no, I'm not. This is why I said what's got the world all upside down, man, because it's like the old movie with Richard Pryor, which way is up? Like everything is upside down. Like everybody believe in the lie, man. Like I say, these people are not the people of the book. You know what I'm saying? And just because we're saying we're the people of the book, everybody, oh, it's hate speech. How's it hate speech when y'all was just calling us black, colored, Negro, African American, colored dog, this, that. Man, come on, bro. Like, we should. I don't get it.
So you believe your ancestor came from the Middle East?
I believe, yes, ma'am, I do.
But what's your criteria?
My criteria is the Bible.
So then,
like I said, now
curses?
I believe the Bible, man, wholeheartedly. So if people want to knock me for that and
but let's
criticize me for that,
say,
you know what I'm saying, that's where I'm at with it.
Let's say, yeah, you're coming across someone who believes in God as well, you know, but they don't believe in the Bible, yeah.
How can you believe in God? How do you believe in God and don't believe in the Bible?
Listen, hear me out.
Yes,
so
sir.
Imagine you come across someone who believes in God, but not in the school of thought of the Bible, like a different kind of school of thought, yeah. How could you explain your narrative to them without using the curse narrative? I
don't need to. What you talking about, the curse narrative?
So you see, if you put away Deuteronomy 28, yeah, what's it?
68? See that to me is disingenuous. Like, you say, oh, you can have a car, but you can't have no wheels. Like, that don't make no sense. But
you can't do that. You can't do that.
You can't do that. You can't take elements out of the Bible, bro. You can't take elements out of it. You can't tell me take elements out of it and tell me to still make it what it is. It's like gonna say take all the ingredients out of a cake and still make it a cake.
Who's to say everybody has to apply that methodology?
But that's the method. But that's part of the method, though. The Bible is in the Bible.
No.
You want me to take that out of the Bible to prove your point?
But
that makes no sense. That would make no sense. I'm not gonna cut my arm off to help you. I'm not gonna cut my arm off to help your argument.
Then how are you gonna say so and so is not Israelite? So what? How are you gonna say that?
Because it's a fact. It's a fact that they're not. They're Europeans, bro. The Bible tells us. The Bible tells us who the Israelites come through. They tell us who the Israelites come through. They tell you who Ashkenaz come through. They tell you who all these Europeans come through. They take the Bible, the table of nations, and the Bible tell you that.
Are you claiming that the Ashkenazi Jews are Ashkenaz of Genesis 10, bro?
I do.
Listen.
That's a 2,300 year difference, dog. Come on.
Do. Bro,
you gotta get your facts right, bro. I'm here.
What do you mean in 2,300? What do you mean in 2,300 different? Where are you dating it from?
Genesis 10 was written 2,300 years from when the Jews migrated to Ashkenaz.
So what?
It's prophecy
written in the beginning. It's prophecy written in Genesis. But what are you talking about?
1948 were never persecuted as Jews. You people of the transatlantic slave trade were never persecuted as Jews.
We were persecuted Jews. That's why we were taken into slavery.
But how do you know you was a Jew, though?
That's the whole reason why we were taken into slavery, because they knew who we were.
You were not persecuted as Jews throughout history.
Come on, bro. That's why the slaves were did. That's why black people still doing the way they're doing today. You know what I'm saying?
All you're doing is just pointing.
I don't care what you feel. I ain't here to prove nothing to you. So what? How you feel?
You ain't.
So what? And hey, you don't know who I am. Them Ashkenazi people ain't. Them Ashkenazi people definitely not. Them Ashkenazi people definitely are not. They're Polish. We know what I'm saying. They're Polish. We know they're not.
Even
they're
today,
Polish.
Persecuted as
you know what I'm saying? We are. Why you think we dying? Why you think our neighborhoods and our neighborhoods like that?
You're not persecuted as Jews though, bro. You're
yes, we are. Hey, ask APAC. Hey, ask why them lobbyists do what they do to our neighborhoods, so they know who we are. What is you talking about?
Decisions.
Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro. Hey, I got white fatigue on. I got white fatigue. I'm
Nobody's going to the hood and saying your Jews were persecuting you.
Bro, they ain't got to. They don't have to. If the lobbyists in Washington D.C. are pushing policies, come on, bro. Come on, bro. They make no bad decisions. That ain't no bad decision.
Over there and persecuting you as Jews.
Nah, them ain't bad decisions. This is what put in our neighborhood. This is what put in our neighborhood. Just like my man said on New Jack City, ain't nobody owning no poppy fields. How's it drugs in our neighborhoods? How's this drugs getting in our neighborhoods? We're not going to get them. We're not going to get them. Come on, bro. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Nah, bro. We making bad decisions because your forefathers over here putting stuff over here to hurt us.
You're not persecuted as Jews at all.
Come on, bro. We making bad decisions because your people over here trying to hurt us.
Decisions in life.
Come on, bro. You sound crazy.
All
You
you're
sound just
doing
like one
is
of these little
making bad
redneck
decisions.
MAGA dudes. You sound just like one of these. Well, why
Nobody's
the black
going over
people out
there
here
and
doing what they
persecuting
doing?
you as a
Why the
Jew,
black
bro.
people doing what they doing?
Nobody's going over there and
Come on,
saying these
man.
people are
Come on.
Jews. Let's persecute them. They're persecuting you because you're
Come
making bad
on, bro.
decisions.
Like I said, those
Because you're
people over there
selling
ain't the
drugs,
people.
you're breaking the
Them pe-
law.
who putting the
Hey,
drugs?
You
Who putting the
Isaiah.
sound
drugs? Who putting the
racist.
Isaiah.
drugs? Who putting the drugs in our neighborhoods?
Hey, Isaiah.
You're
Who putting the drugs in our
plug.
neighborhoods?
You're
No. You
plug.
better stop that racist
Who put the
crap.
drugs in our
You're
neighborhoods?
Isaiah
you're
40.
plug.
Hey,
And who is our
Isaiah
plug? The
40.
government.
You're
Hey,
Silly
Isaiah
plug
ass.
is
40.
putting them. You're making bad.
Come
They're
on,
not
bro.
over there
Stop it,
saying,
Hey,
"Hey,
man.
you're
Isaiah 40.
Jewish.
Come on, bro.
You're Jewish. So we're gonna
Your people
persecute
started the
you."
drug trade.
Look at who's getting
Isaiah, man.
All the
persecuted as Jews.
Rothstein
Look
started the
who's
drug
getting
trade, boy.
persecuted as
Learn your
Jews.
history. Learn your history. Go talk to
Not
somebody that
nobody's
don't
going to
know.
the hood looking for
You know what I'm
Jews,
saying? Come
bro.
on, bro.
Stop it.
Because y'all made the hood how it
We
is.
That's
got
the
hoods
identity
too.
crisis.
Come
I
on,
used to
bro.
live in the
I
Hey,
hood
can
too.
talk
Cut it
over
out.
you just
And
like
you
you
I
can
don't
talk.
care
talk
what you
over
can
me.
do. I don't care what,
All
and I
you
can
want to
keep
do
talking
is
too.
claim you're a Jew. You're not a Jew.
We Israel, bro. Prove I'm not.
Nobody's going to the hood and looking
Prove
for
I'm not.
Jews. They're looking for
Prove I'm
criminals,
not.
dog. Stop
Actually,
it.
the
No,
Jews
they ain't
did
looking for
live in the
criminals.
Nobody's
hood.
over there wondering like
Hey, so
who's
what was
The Jews
redlining
did live
about?
in the
What was
hood.
redlining about? What was Jim Crow about? What was
Oh,
redlining in Jim Crow
stop
about?
it, dude.
Come
Look
on,
at you
bro.
trying
Stop
to
it.
reach like they're
What was all?
persecuting as
What? Come
Jews.
on, bro. Why
Wasn't
is black
about
people the
Jews.
number one aborted babies every year?
We've
Tell me
been
why
waiting
is
for
that?
you to. We've been waiting for you to
Come on,
prove
bro.
sources, and all you're
You know what I'm
doing
Hold
is
saying?
up, hold
Whatever.
making
up.
a
Like,
fool out of
Y'all
literally,
racist
yourself with your
white people. Y'all
cheesy
racist white people show
doctrine.
y'all
Your
racism when it's time
doctrine's
for y'all to
Oh,
get on
Zell,
these
cheesy.
you
panels.
you
sleeping?
all lot say do.
Your
Come on, bro.
You
doctrine
lot
is
all
cheesy,
say do.
bro.
Come on, bro.
Garfield,
Nah,
you
it's cheesy.
sleeping?
It's cheesy
You're
like what?
not
It's
getting
cheesy.
persecuted as
Hey,
Jews. You're
G.
committing
Yeah, we
crimes.
get persecuted every day for just being
You're
black, bro.
committing
Okay,
crimes.
wait.
That's why.
Isaiah, are
Whatever,
you
bro.
a Jew? Are you a Jew?
Yes, I'm a Jew, Mika.
Okay, do you
That's what his
understand that
problem is. He a
anybody
fake
could be
Jew.
I
that?
He
know
ain't even no
Mika.
Jew.
No,
Mika's still holding on to this BHI doctrine. I
no,
know.
no, no,
You're
no, no.
over here on
But do you
Captain
so
Crunch's.
you think your
Man, he ain't no
You're a
European
Jew.
ass
BHI
is
He
a
on
ain't no
Captain
Jew. He
Israelite
a
Crunch.
to be a
Ashkenazi.
Jew?
He a
Hey, wait,
Ashkenazi. He ain't
Oh,
no
you
Jew.
and you're
are you
Judah, so
preaching him?
we're supposed to be coming to you for wisdom, bro.
No,
You
no,
can't
no,
even
no,
prove
no.
Nah, I
your
We
can't
wasn't
lie
Hey,
to
coming
that,
for
Isaiah,
you.
man.
y'all
You
rap?
just start
Then
chatting
y'all
shit,
rap?
man. You
Do
proper
you
Y'all
started the
rap?
know?
convo, man.
Ain't
Wait.
y'all
And
rabbis?
you just come from you just disturbed the
Ain't y'all
whole
rabbis
mood
still
right
doing
now.
circumcision by mouth?
No, no, no.
Akon was
Okay,
asking you
no, but
questions.
how is you a Jew? No,
Hey,
let him explain how he's a Jew. I want to
hey,
hear
ask
this.
That's
Mrs.
what I
Rabbi
wanted to
still.
get.
Hey,
Wait,
ask
That's
Mrs.
what I
how
Rabbi
want
are
to
still
you
doing
know.
a
circumcision
Jew?
with
See,
their
and
Let
you
him
mouth.
can't. We
talk.
can't even talk
Eh,
because Judah's
eh,
over here
eh,
preaching the gospel.
yeah, let him talk. I want to
Like
know
I'm
how he's
supposed
a
to do.
Jew.
You're right. You're right. That's
All
what
you're
I'm
Hello,
supposed
saying
to
is
do.
that people
breathing,
committing crimes are being
breathing.
persecuted as
Come
Jews.
on,
Breezing.
I
Hey,
wanna
hey,
understand
Isaiah,
how
wait.
he say he's a Jew.
Let me ask Breeze. Listen,
Yeah,
breezing.
how you a Jew?
Breezing.
Israel.
Yes,
Calm
sir.
down,
Yes, sir. Yes.
Isaiah.
breezing. Hey,
I'm good,
breezing, you
man. I'm listening
listening?
to it. It's just when
Yeah.
Breezing,
your boy
listen.
came, when the fake
You ain't a
rabbi
Hey,
Jew.
came
You're
over
a
breezing.
here.
Jew, bro.
Hey,
Oh,
Calm
actually,
Hey,
down,
dude.
dog.
Garfield, where
breezing.
you
Oh
at?
my God. Hey, breezing.
Go
Listen,
ahead. I'm
calm
sorry.
down.
Go ahead.
Calm
Yeah.
down.
That's
Yeah.
his
I'm with
nature,
you.
man.
I'm
Yeah,
on your side,
Isaiah.
you know.
How are
Don't
you a
get it
Jew?
twisted. I'm on
Can
your
you
side.
educate us?
I just want to know, how do you prove your claim except from the curse narrative? I'm on your side.
Hey, bro.
I just
Hey,
want to
that's
know,
all
how
I.
do you
Hey,
prove it?
bro. That's all I. To me, honestly, that's all I need.
No,
I
but
need the
there's more.
Bible. The
No,
Bible.
there's
No, it's
more.
all I
We
need.
heard
Oh
breathing.
my
I'm trying
god.
to understand this other
And
dude
Mika,
because
go
you
back
Hey,
and
use
go,
watch
the
the
go,
clips
accent
that you made of
Isaiah
me,
for
go,
and
go,
that'll
go
questions.
ahead,
explain
Mika.
how I'm a
Go,
Easy
go
Jew.
ahead, Meek.
question. Why are
Go
you
ahead, Meek.
You made
question and not
clips of me
answering the other
explaining how
dude?
I'm a Jew. Mika, go
What?
rewatch the clips that you made of me.
No,
Hey,
I
you,
want
hey,
you to
you,
rewatch what clip?
hey,
The
Mika.
clips
He a
you
Jew
posted
because
about me.
he a Jew because he do circumcision with
No,
his
yeah,
mouth.
but yeah, they getting at you breathing, right? But I want to understand why he think he's a Jew. I just want to hear
Hey,
him
yo,
what he got to
Garfield,
say.
yo, Sabio's in the back, you know. Where's Sabio?
How you a Jew?
Hey, Sabio's
Isaiah?
in the back.
Mika,
I
I know
did.
you think you're still a Hebrew Israelite, but you're
I
not.
want you to tell me how you
Let me
was a Jew
remind you,
and
this
stop
is
saying
Brother
what I think
Garfield's
I am.
podcast. This isn't Captain Crunch's podcast, so you don't have to act like a Hebrew
Look,
Israelite.
okay, look here, dude.
Hey,
Just
Isaiah
answer the
40.
question. How do you
Isaiah
think you're a
43.
Jew?
Go back and watch the
Go
clips you
back to
posted
what?
about me.
Just say how. How did you
He
come from
can't
the Middle
tell
East?
you.
Did you come from
He
the
can't
Middle
tell
East?
you.
Did
You
you come
already
from?
know. You already know we're from the Sephardic Jews, the
Oh, you
Iberian
are
Peninsula.
from Europe,
I
And
can
that
right?
I
and
can
that
trace
means
back to
nothing.
the
You're from
Iberian Peninsula.
Europe, right?
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Oh,
You
okay.
lying to the line.
You can't even trace your roots past the
I
1800s,
know,
bro.
I
What are you
know,
talking
I
I
about?
know, because
can.
your Jewish, Hey, I know because
Oh yeah, talking
your
about the
Jewish
hood is
ancestors that
Jewish,
owned
bro.
all
You
the
guys are
slave
I
ships.
preaching the
can.
gospel in the
Hey,
hood.
I can trace.
Yeah,
I can
you
trace my
teaching
family
man.
Tanakh in
back
the
to the
hood.
14th century.
Hey, I
Name a
can't trace my
13th,
lineage
name
because
13th.
your Jewish ancestors that owned all
Because
them
King
slave ships took all
Hafan
my
sold
records.
you. Because King
Hey,
Hafan didn't give
no,
you. You
hey,
weren't
who
Jewish.
owned all the slave ships? Who owned all the
Lida wasn't
plantations?
Jewish.
Your
No.
Jewish ancestors, bro. Do it.
Yeah, because
Yeah, the Jews
we
owned all the
converted
slave ships.
some of y'all
You know
with
what I'm saying?
the
We
Let
seen
me
we've
just
seen that.
listen. Yeah, can we just get to cracking?
Come on, bro.
I don't get all this.
Them Jews
no,
owned all
like
the slave ships. Come on, bro.
explain how you're Jew other than these lame curses you're talking about.
These lame. Hey, all I could do is go by what the Bible say. They lame now
You
because you
weren't
know y'all
persecuted
don't
as
fit them.
Jews. People
They
of
only
Lida were
lame
not
because y'all don't
persecuted
fit
as
the curses,
Jews.
bro. That's the
We
only
were
reason they lame
laborers
because
and it
y'all don't
was a
fit them.
business.
Come on, bro. Y'all
It
is only
wasn't
lame because y'all don't
curses.
fit them.
It was you were laborers
Y'all
and
don't
it was a
fit not one
business.
curse.
When you're saying y'all, you're talking to me.
Gosh, this doctrine's so cheesy. Just listening to you for 30 minutes is
What's
just...
your curses, Isaiah? What's your curse?
He's
The
feminine. That's
curses
what his
that have
curse
been
is.
happening to us for the last 2,000
What's
years.
your
Mika,
curse,
what's
you
your
said?
curse other
curse
than being
Oh my
shipped
God.
on a
What
boat?
curse happened to you?
No,
Did you
what
come
is your
by
curse
ship?
for Isaiah? What
Did you
is it?
come by
Even
ship?
though I don't
Cause
Did
I'm
you
about
go
follow
to.
back
that
to Egypt?
methodology.
Did you come by ship?
Yeah,
Your
Did you
America
go
is
back to
Egypt.
Egypt?
Egypt without
America
getting
is
burned.
Egypt.
Okay, so
See,
America
that
is
Isaiah,
Egypt.
doctrine's
don't sit
lame.
in
I'm
for the
glad
go
Mika's
somewhere
sticking
that's
up for the
hot
Hebrew
and not
Israelites.
get
She's
burned.
proven that she still
Okay.
thinks she's a Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah, because everybody tired of y'all small hats. Y'all doctrine over, bro. Y'all reign of terror is over.
Oh, so the Hebrew Israelite doctrine is the
Hey,
new
y'all
up and
reign of
coming
terror is
way?
over, bro. That's why
Oh, we're
nobody
supposed to go to you
backing
for
y'all over in the
wisdom?
Middle East and y'all Saudi.
Bro, we've been
Nobody
listening
backing
to you
y'all
for
with this
30
war and y'all
minutes and you
Saudi.
haven't given any
Y'all
wisdom.
Saudi, it's over. It's y'all
No
Saudi because
wisdom.
y'all
All you're
time is
saying is we
over.
suffer from
Y'all time is
this.
over.
Oh,
Y'all
we
Saudi.
drugs and
Hey,
they have
hey,
the hood
Netanyahu,
erected.
all y'all boys, it's over. Y'all
Y'all know
Saudi.
the fuck out
Stop acting
the
like you're a
so-called
Jew,
black
bro.
I
people.
know you got to be some kind of Reverend Shmuley because you act just like him.
You ain't a Jew.
Shmuley,
You're not
Shmuley.
teaching Tanakh. You don't even know the Tanakh. You're over here talking about King James being black.
Shmuley, Shmuley.
Who been interrupted? Everybody. Since I've been
Yeah,
watching the
well,
show, who hasn't let
I'm just
no
giving him a
one
little
talk?
taste of his own medicine.
No, who
You
hasn't let no one say anything?
you
Mika asked
overbelieve
some
that.
very Mika, hold on real quick, because you asked some great questions. And I don't like the way Isaiah ran from them. All he did was say, go back and watch the video. Like, we understand that I'm with Garfield. Can no one be a mythical book person? Abraham, Moses, Isaac, and all them mythical motherfuckers didn't exist.
Okay.
So why did
Hold
everything
on,
in the,
Isaiah.
why did everything in
We're
the
going
Bible
back to the
exist then?
atheist. The atheist guy
Y'all
is
sound
over
crazy.
here.
So why everything in the
Isaiah,
Bible
chill
exists?
out.
Why them places exist?
Hey, bro, put your feelings back in your pocket.
Hey
Because
man, you
nothing
don't
in the
tell me what to
put
do.
your
You just come
feelings
around here. You know what I'm saying?
back in
Put your
your
feelings in
pocket.
your pocket.
Put your
You don't
feelings.
tell me what to do. You know what
Let
I'm
me
saying?
speak.
If you're gonna
Garfield,
be a man and handle yourself with that. Don't tell me what to
Garfield,
do. Fuck is
Garfield.
your
I wasn't
problem?
even talking to this triggered ass dude.
Calm down.
No,
Let's
so
calm
what?
down. We're
I'm
trying to
saying
have
watch
a
your
I
mouth
wasn't even
then.
talking to this triggered ass dude.
If you will, my bad
I'm
then. You
speaking
know what
to
I'm saying?
Isaiah. Now,
Okay,
if you
my
don't
fault.
sit your triggered,
My fault. I
wannabe,
said my fault.
Bible
I said
stealing
my
ass,
fault.
your
I
Bible
just said
stealing
my
ass.
fault, nigga. You gonna keep on running your faggot ass mouth. I said my bad.
Your
Oh,
dad.
there you
You know
go.
what I'm saying? Your mammy, nigga.
Your
Oh,
Your
daddy.
mammy,
hold
nigga.
on.
Your
Your
daddy.
Judah
mammy,
coming
nigga.
out.
Your feelings. Look at
You
your
know what I'm
weak
saying?
ass.
You know what I'm saying?
Judah teaching the
Over a
Shut your
gospel.
book.
mouth, like I said.
Over
I
a
said my
book.
Hey,
fault.
listen.
Over a book. This nigga so triggered over a finger. Over a
Come on,
book.
bro.
I wasn't
Watch
even
your
talking
mouth.
to this. Hey, Kwame. Hey, Kwame.
Man,
Kwame.
bump that dude,
Hey,
man.
Kwame.
You come here
Hey,
and talk
Kwame.
about the man,
Hey,
shut that ass
Kwame.
up.
Hey, trigger dude.
Well,
Sit
whatever,
back
dude.
and let me
Whatever,
get
nigga.
back to the
Whatever.
question.
Now, my
Hey,
point is, I said
yo,
again, my
triggered
fault.
ass.
My
Hey,
fault. My fault.
I
I
don't.
said
Hey,
my fault. I
sit your
said my
triggered
fault.
ass back because I
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
triggered.
talking to
I'm triggered because y'all on here talking lame
I
shit.
know.
You right.
Yeah, I know
You
you.
right.
Jeez, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You
You a
gonna get her and talk about the
mythomaniac.
Bible is
You're a
fake, but everything in the
mythomaniac.
Bible
You're a
real. Shut
mytho.
up. You
Ain't
sound
shit in the
stupid.
Bible real.
You
Ain't
sound
shit in the
how?
Bible real.
Is Egypt real? Is Rome
Oh
real?
shit.
Is Assyria real? Is Persia real? Is all them places they talk about in the Bible real? Is
Oh wow.
Ashkenaz, all these people you talk about real? You sound stupid.
Breeze,
Who-
You
does it
sound
make
stupid.
Spider-Man real? Does it make
Right,
Spider-Man
You
real?
because
Does
New
it
sound
York
take place
stupid,
City
in
bro.
New
real.
York?
Because
How's
New
all
York
those
City
places
real.
written in the
This
scripture?
nigga
How's all those
stupid.
places written in the
Nigga, you
scripture, but they
stupid.
ain't real? You
Nigga,
sound
you
stupid,
stupid.
nigga.
Nigga,
You
you
sound stupid,
stupid.
nigga.
Nigga,
You
you
sound
stupid.
stupid. Even
You
even
don't
Bro,
y'all
know
it's
what
like
the
the arguments
historical
are
even
is.
shifting
Kemet,
from different
even
Yo,
person to
yeah.
different
When
come
I
Right,
on,
person.
and
bro.
I'm
Man.
trying.
so we
Chill
Right,
out,
he's so
man.
stupid. I'm trying to
Hey,
get. I'm
Breezy,
trying to
chill
get
out,
to the
man.
myth. I'm trying to get
Breeze,
to the
let
question he's
let
Nigga,
asked.
you
Sebio
know what I'm saying? Cause it
let
makes no
Sebio
sense.
talk.
He's
Breeze, let
triggered.
Sebio
He's
talk.
triggered.
Yeah, cause
He's
I'm triggered
triggered.
because you talking lame shit. You right.
Let
You are
Sebio talk.
triggered
Let
though,
Sebio
Breezy,
talk.
man.
Let
I am.
Sebio
You
talk.
right. I just said I was because he talking lame shit.
Nah, but
Sit
you've
your
been
bitch
triggered
ass
from
back.
me.
Hey, bro, your
I
daddy ain't on here, boy.
chill
Yeah,
with your
yeah, you
lame.
are the one.
Chill with
Your
your
You
daddy
are
ain't
the
on here,
bitch
boy.
that think you a book. That think
Your
you a
daddy ain't
mythical
on here,
nigga from
boy.
the Middle East.
You heard what I
You
said,
think
boy?
you a
Come on, we
mystical.
black men.
You
We can
think
have
you a
a
You heard
we
what
can
I
mystical.
have a
said,
You
boy?
civilized
think you a
conversation.
mystical motherfucker from the Middle East. You the
I know I am.
mythomaniac.
I know I
You the
am. You know
mythomaniac.
what I'm
You
saying?
are the
Why? I'm saying
mythomaniac.
you right.
So
You
as
right.
long as so
You
let
right.
me get back. So let me get back to the question that I was addressing to
Yes,
the other
ma'am. Go ahead. Yes,
mythomaniac.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All
Go
right, you
ahead.
little weak nigga.
Breeze, just
Yes,
chill.
ma'am.
Let
Go
him
ahead.
talk.
Yes,
Let
ma'am.
him
Go ahead.
talk, and you can answer after.
Triggered. Triggered and
I'm
joined the
sorry. I ain't mean
panel
it.
and triggered everybody.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was busy taking care of some business. Y'all out of pocket. Y'all out of hand. Y'all can't have a simple
They gave me
conversation.
the
That shit crazy. Mika, how you allow this to happen, Mika?
what?
You the boss. You my boss.
You
So how
know
you
I
allow
have to
this
be
to happen?
yelling over people. You know that's not easy. You should have gave me the chance to have the mute button.
Let
So I
me take this phone call. Y'all got it.
Lord,
Hey,
go back.
Isaiah 43.
Aqueba.
All right,
No,
Isaiah
I'm
43.
sorry, sir. Now go ahead and make your point. I apologize to you.
You
Make your
saying
point, sir.
Kwame, you good, yeah?
Let's Sabio talking, and you can rebuttal his point.
All right,
Y'all gotta
Isaiah
argue.
43.
I
Now,
apologize
because
as a man. I said I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead.
here we go again. So Isaiah 43, as Mika asked you, because we know that none of those people existed. So how can you claim to be a book person as everyone else on this panel is claiming to be?
Oh, I'm definitely not a Jew. Definitely not a
We have a
mythical Jew.
No,
2,000-year history. I
I'm not
mean,
talking to you. I'm
He's
not
talking
talking to
to
you, Kwame.
Isaiah, man.
Oh, okay.
you talking to me, atheist?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Isaiah.
Okay. Well, we have a 2,000-year history. If you're asking for history beyond that of 4,000, 6,000 years, it's your word against mine. All you're doing is you're going by what archaeologists have found, putting your faith in archaeology the same way we're putting faith in the Most High.
What archaeology?
He's telling you don't believe that. this
Yeah,
is
my calm brother. I got some questions for you too. Yeah,
no.
I
We
Okay.
not
definitely got
I
some
know
questions
you
for you.
think you're Judah still, but
No,
it's
wait. I
all
want to
good. You're
ask him.
able to
Before you
convert if
ask
you
Oh,
me,
want.
Kwame, what
Isaiah,
archaeology is he
Sabio's
talking
not
about?
he's not a fake Israelite. So he just asked you a question how you can prove you're an Israelite. He's
Who,
not an
me?
Israelite.
Who, me?
Is the atheist there or no?
Yeah,
Talking to
he's
me?
waiting for you to prove your point.
Who, me? I didn't
Oh,
hear
I
his
know. Oh,
question.
what my calm brother. I know
I
you're not
didn't
an
hear his
I know you're not
question.
an Israelite. So we going.
I didn't hear his question. You're saying You're saying You're talking for somebody that I asked him a question.
Who?
I was asking him something. I didn't hear him talking to. I didn't know he. Isaiah, was you talking to me?
No, I responded.
So what are you talking about, Kwame?
Oh no, I thought Isaiah was answering Sabio
Are you
question,
asking me
but
a question?
Bro, you're not Egyptian, bro. Take that raw out your name. Like, Khan has nothing to do with ancient Egypt, bro. Stop
I
it.
don't claim to be
Stop
an
it. You don't
Egyptian.
know my culture. Stop it.
But you claim to be an
Yo,
Israelite
Isaiah
though.
40. You don't know my culture, bro. Stop it.
Are you an Israelite?
No one on this panel
Are
knows
you an
my
Israelite?
culture.
Are you an
No
Israelite?
one. I can put a blindfold. No one on this panel knows my
Don't you
culture.
claim to be an Israelite?
I swear to God, Wallahi Yadeen on the Holy Quran. No one on this panel knows my culture. Like,
Okay.
swear on
I'm
Are you an
sorry.
Israelite?
everyone's life in my family.
Are you an
No,
Israelite?
I'm so confident. So, yeah.
Are you an Israelite?
So again, what
I'm a descendant of the ancestor Jacob.
hey,
Can you prove it?
Hey,
Of
Kwame,
course.
before we go down this road, because Isaiah just said something that I think everybody's going to overlook. And he said that they have a 2,000-year story or history that they can attest to. I'm going to call it a story because we all know the people that goes by history, who knows things like eponymous ancestors and eponymous places, and how they write historical places into narratives. Hey, Kwame, hold on, because if that's the case, we can say Romulus existed because Rome is there, and they wrote about Rome.
Come
and,
on,
and
bro.
Romulus.
You gotta bring something better than this garbage.
No. Hold on, Isaiah.
No, you're over here
But
trying
what?
to
Hey,
debunk
but
history
Isaiah,
with
what if
chill out,
Romulus, bro.
somebody's
Come
not
on.
going that far back though? What if I don't need to go that far back?
Akan, let me finish my statement before y'all jump off the bridge.
You know
We
I
can't
don't.
hear
You
you.
know
I
I've
can't
never
hear you
ran
at
from you
least.
from day one. You know
Hey,
this when you're talking to me. When you're talking to me, you have to talk
I'm not
correctly. You
talking
know I
to
never
you.
run.
I am not talking to
Okay.
you. I preference the person that I'm speaking to by saying their name. I said Isaiah. If any other one of you people up here is named Isaiah, besides the Isaiah, y'all should be speaking. If not, let me finish what I was saying. All right. So Isaiah, since you claim to have this so-called historical buildup, what literature can you present to the panel that they made that the Hebrew Israelites may not be aware of?
The Tanakh, bro. What are you asking?
They know about the Tanakh. I know some Hebrew Israelites that read the Tanakh. You're going to have
Okay,
to go a
so
little bit
you
further.
have to
You're
ask
going
your
to have to
question
go
a
a
little
little.
better.
So what literature do you guys read
I don't
or
know if you're cutting out, man, but
coach?
I can't hear
I
you
may be.
asking questions right now.
I may be cutting out. Can you hear me now?
You sound good to us.
Oh well. Again,
You're asking me what literature can I prove it? I told you the Tanakh.
okay. So you remember last time we was up? Hey, slow down. You remember last time we was up here? The last time I was mentioning the Musar literature. Can you explain how
Hold
the
on.
Musar literature?
Sabio, hold on a second. What's up, Johnny? What you need?
Can I?
Hey,
Hold
I
on,
just
hold on
want to
one
ask
second.
Isaiah a quick question.
Who you want to ask?
I don't know if he asked a question or what.
Isaiah,
Oh, Isaiah 43. Go ahead.
can you hear me?
We could hear you.
I don't know if he asked a question
Hold
and cut
on.
out, or maybe it's my internet, something. But
Nah, you're perfect. You're perfect.
No,
what was the question?
it's mine. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Johnny,
we
you're
hear
good.
you.
You're good, Johnny.
Okay, I was just wondering, were you born to a Jewish mother?
My father.
And when did you go through your conversion then?
Well, we had to hide our Jewish.
No, I asked you a direct question. Two questions. Were you born to a Jewish mother?
My mother and father have a Jewish history.
Were you born to a Jewish mother?
Yes.
Okay. And her mother was Jewish?
Yes, we were Sephardic Jews. If you know the
Sephardic
history
Jews?
of Sephardic Jews, we had to hide our Jewish heritage, and we
I'm
had to
Sephardic.
convert to Catholicism.
I'm Sephardic. So you're trying to say you're from the Anusim?
The Iberian Peninsula.
No. The forced ones. But did you go through a conversion?
Ask your question again, brother.
Did you go through a conversion for your Judaism?
I can't hear.
Did you go through a conversion for your
Yeah,
Judaism?
we all hear him. Stop trying to avoid the question.
No, I can hear Mika.
Man.
I can hear Mika.
Okay,
Did
Mika,
you
will you
go through a
Mika,
conversion? Did you go
Mi-
through a Jewish conversion?
Mika, will you translate for me?
No, I didn't.
He said no, he
Okay.
didn't.
Okay. Then you not Jewish.
But that doesn't negate the fact that I have a Sephardic Jewish history.
You're not Jewish.
And if you're talking, I can't hear you. I heard Brother
It's a
Garfield.
cold world, man. It's a cold world, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
for some reason he can't hear you, but he can hear everybody else.
I
Right.
hear.
Isaiah, did you practice Yom Kippur? Did you have
Kwame, don't muddy the water. Let Johnny
uh,
finish. Johnny, because Johnny don't be coming on the panel for nothing, man. So let Johnny finish, and then we could go on whatever. Johnny, are you finished?
It's a cold world, man.
Yeah, because what
I'll
I
be
was
honest.
finna ask you,
I can't hear Johnny.
what I
Johnny,
was
you
finna,
there?
He's not speaking.
Johnny, you got to get off mute. You got to press the mute button.
Oh, he's finished. He says he's finished. All right.
What?
so,
Go ahead.
so what I was finna ask him had to do with the Musar literature and if he's aware of that, because that is Ladino Sephardic culture. So if you're a Sephardic Jew, you should know about the Musar literature and how it
I'm
plays
Sephardic.
up.
I'm Sephardic by friendship. I'm Johnny's friend, so I'm Sephardic. I'm Sephardic by friendship.
You know, I can't hear the guy.
I'm Sephardic by friendship. Y'all can debate that. Y'all can
Man,
go
you silly, man. That was funny. That was funny.
Isaiah, do you practice any Jewish holidays?
As best as I can.
So
Can you name some
Isaiah,
of the holidays?
So
Isaiah,
I'm not.
No, he's a
Isaiah, you a
phony.
Christian though. Don't be let nobody put you no corners, no Jew.
Go
bro.
ahead and post videos of me,
Don't let
Nika. That's
nobody,
fine.
don't let
But you
nobody
busted
put
and
you
we
no
got it
corner,
on
bro.
record.
Let me protect
no,
Isaiah.
I can't hear
No, don't be
whoever.
protecting nobody,
I'll be
Garfield.
protecting these folks, man.
Wait, Garfield, he's a
Hey, man,
he's a
you know that's
Catholic?
Garfield's job.
I can't listen.
my
There's
Look,
certain
job.
bro.
people
That's
I
my
can't hear.
job,
I
right?
can hear
Reason?
Mika and
That's
I can
my
hear
job, Mika.
other people.
That's
But
right. Get on your job.
Wait, Garfield, he's a Catholic?
Nah, but why y'all
No, I'm
pressing
not a
Isaiah
Catholic.
43 though? This my
No,
people.
look, but
Hey,
we
because
got
he came on pressing people.
Yeah, literally, man.
Because
He
the Jews,
disturbed the
the
So-
He
whole
Jews got
came on
conversation.
pressing people.
so Garfield,
the Jews
Had me and my
got just
brother
my
Kwame
question-
going at each
chosen.
other. Man, you know what I mean?
Garfield, my questions actually press all of them. Some like even if I'm directing it towards Isaiah, it like the Musar. If you don't know about Musar literature, you can't be a Jew. This thing's carried the culture up. This shit is ancient. Some of this Musar literature, some of this shit connected to the Musar.
I want to
And
know
how it
how
connects to
Akan
the
is a
culture.
Jew. I want to know how Akan is a Jew next.
Right. So all you people just need to wake up and stop being mythomaniacs. Garfield, can you
know
explain
what?
that word to them?
I want to be. Hold on, Mika. Mika, don't you want to be chosen? I want to be chosen
Of
too.
course, I want to be
Hell
chosen.
yeah. Hey, let me hit up Johnny, man. Johnny, I want to be chosen.
Hey, you Israel, you already chosen, brother. You Israel, you already chosen.
The black
Nah,
Hebrew
yeah.
Yo,
Israelite
we not
theory.
listening to nothing
Hold
you
on,
said after you said
hold on.
Egypt is in America, bro. We not
Who said
listening
that?
to
Who said
nothing you
that?
said.
Egypt is
Yeah,
an extension of
Breezy, you was
There
the
you
last
go,
who
right?
said
You
that.
hear him,
You was
Garfield?
done.
No,
Come
not
on, bro.
my dude. He ain't say that. Y'all lie.
He just
Come on, bro.
I'm not.
Come
I
on,
don't
bro.
want to talk to
Well,
you
look at
ever
all
again.
look
Egypt
at all
is
the
America.
monuments. Look at all the monuments they got in
Yeah,
America,
Stabio,
bro.
you're right. Once he said
Come
Egypt
on,
is in
even the
America, he was done.
come on, bro.
He
Come on,
was
bro.
I
disqualified,
thought he was a
Kwame.
one Wester,
Yeah,
yo.
Come on, bro. I ain't know. Hey, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but America picked a lot of they influences up from Egypt. Look on the back, all dollar, the pyramid, all that stuff. Get out of here.
Yeah, you
I don't care.
disqualified.
I'm
Throw
saying,
this
get out of here.
nigga in the river.
Yeah, you
Hey,
disqualified.
you can do whatever you want to do, but I tell you what, you know what I'm saying, it won't be worth it. It won't be worth it.
Yes, it would.
My
No, it
You
account
wouldn't,
think
bro.
brother.
Like I
Egypt is
said,
America?
no, like I
This shit
said,
is
I ain't
insane.
say it was America. I said it's a representation of that.
No, it
My
isn't.
account brother.
Come on, bro.
America is
Come on, whatever,
America.
bro. Hey, whatever, bro.
You
Whatever,
don't
bro.
want
America.
smoke with me, innit?
It's
Yo,
too.
these people crazy.
Hey, the ones that know, they know, they know,
Not you.
You want
You don't
smoke
they
with
know.
know.
me.
Reason.
Hey,
Hold on,
the
guys.
Washington Monument, our national monument is an Egyptian obelisk. The
Everybody,
Washington
Game
Monument is an
over.
Egyptian obelisk. Get the fuck out of
Time
here.
out, guys. Time out, guys.
Tell me
Everybody,
it's not. Tell me it's not.
reason.
Tell me the Washington Monument is not an Egyptian obelisk.
Reason. Chill out, bro.
Come on, bro. They on here just
Reason.
want to run their mouth, man. Get out of here.
Reason. Chill out, bro.
Yes, sir.
Mute up for 1 second. Now, we can't talk over each other because nobody's going to hear on the replay. But this is what I'm saying to you. Do you believe Arzareth is America?
Man, I don't know about that. Like I said, man, that could be.
Let's say no.
Because just like I said, can I make my? I don't know, man. I done read the book of Josh. I done read the book of Jasher where it say that they walked a year's journey. You know what I'm saying? This and that. You know what I'm saying? To over here, I feel that one time it wasn't nobody over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe everybody started off in the same place. When like I just believe the Bible, like my man Kwame said, whatever his name is, not to disrespect his name, he believes it's myth. I don't, but he's entitled to that. I'm not here to prove that nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? So if that's how you feel, it's how you feel.
No, because you
But
said
what I'm just saying, but my point is this. My point is this. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I have never read nothing that said America was that. But I do know, like those 10 tribes was took somewhere. They was going 700 some years before the Southern tribe was. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a lot of scenarios, man. That's one thing that we are on here doing is building and just sharing and getting down to the nitty gritty. So it's gonna be ugly. So like I said again, I still want to say I apologize for getting out of hand. So I apologize again.
I didn't hear
But like I
that.
said,
Not a big
but like
kick.
I've been apologized like a million times, but you know, like the folks they just keep pressing the gas, want to be just disrespectful. But
Breezy.
you know what I'm saying, my bad.
Let me say this though. Let me say this, and this goes for everybody. No matter what you believe, you can't expect everybody to agree with or roll the same way you roll.
I agree. The only thing I get salty is just be the disrespect sometimes. You know, people get to start calling folks out their name, and then it make like my man James Brown said, "We make you get out your flesh."
Yeah, but we gotta
people
learn how to
criticize
control our
Yeah, you're right.
something,
And you're so right about that, Meek. I'm trying to learn to be better at that. Go ahead.
Reason, be quiet, bro. Why you keep interrupting me?
Because she was talking to me.
God,
she was talking to me,
bro. All right, let me do this. I'll bring you back up in a second. All I'm saying is that everybody who has a system of bringing out knowledge in public, you're gonna be criticized. Priest Danyaahla heard me say something. He said, "Yo, you know what? I got you," and he made a video. Shout out to him. I'm not mad. I would make a video about Garfield too. And you know what it is? And Mika, let me tell you something. I've been on Sonetta, right? Since 2014, 15, right? This would have been 10 years I've been on Sonetta, right? This would have been 10 years. I've never heard anybody break down what Priest Danyaahla teaches. Never.
Right.
I've never heard anybody break down what the Hebrew Israelites believe outside the Bible. All we do is say David never existed, Solomon never existed, the patriarchs never existed. So
True.
they don't know one outside of Garfield, and I'm tooting my own horn because none of y'all is doing it. So when Priest Danyaahla said Garfield talking about the Israelites, I'm bringing information. Nobody look at this right here. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick.
Come on, Garfield.
Nobody is talking about this stuff. This is why they're walking around freely like, yo, we got this. No, you don't. This is craziness. Look at this right here. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Hold on, let me try to bring this up right here. Hold on 1 second, family. I'm bring y'all on in a second. 1 second. 1 second, Breezy. I got you. Okay, what's down here? Look at this picture on the screen. Who's ever brought this out in the conscious community that these people believe King Charles I is black? And this is him on the left side. They had to Photoshop this picture. Who's bringing out? They said this is King Charles from John Bushnell, and he's black. And they Photoshop it and make it look darker and all that stuff. Don't look at the primary. Who's going around telling that people that this is Charles II? Although this did come out 1661. That guy right there is Charles II and he's black. Because that guy looks black. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about why they said Charles II is black is because they said the mother said she have a black boy. And in pitting them, say our brother them said them have black complexion, they're tall black men. Who's bringing it out in the conscious community? This is why they walk around with their chest high. It's not about King James being black. It's about them and their whole system of belief that black people come from Scythians, or the Indians come from the people on the 12 tribe chart come from Indians. Scythians and Anglo-Saxons are black. Who is responding to that? Nobody. So that's why I am doing it. This is the 12 tribes in the chat. He talk all this shit, but he's always on my channel when I'm live. Why? Because I'm the only one addressing what they really hold to. Nobody's doing it. It's not just King James is black alone. That's not their only doctrine. They teach that black people left 70 AD and ended up in West Africa and came over on the slave trade. They believe that the Scythians, who are white people, transformed into the Native Americans. They believe that. That's what they believe. If you don't have the information, they believe Second Esdras was written by Ezra, which kills your whole belief. So that's what people believe. Nobody's addressing. I've never heard nobody address Second Esdras on Sarnetta. Never heard him address Arzareth. So when they debate in scriptures, the Israelites have you right where they want you. They don't want you to get into their doctrine. They want you to debate Bible. So what I say about the Bible is true, and what you said is not true. That's foolishness. I'm dealing with the information that they hold to from the One West doctrine. I'm talking about the 12 tribe chart. I'm talking about the Assyrian exile. I'm talking about 70 AD. I'm talking about Deuteronomy 28:68. I'm talking about Luke 21:24. I'm talking about all that. I address all of that stuff. So this Sunday, I'm talking about the tribe of Judah, African Americans and myth, how they develop myth. Because you remember this, Mika, the Black Hebrew Israelite is that doctrine is a theory. Their theory is that African Americans are from the tribe of Judah. That's a theory. It's not true. It hasn't been proven. All right,
It will never be proven.
Let me get my boy Breeze in here. Go ahead, Breeze in before you have a heart attack.
Hey man, that's not fair. I ain't having no heart attack. I'm just passionate about, you know what I'm saying, about what I believe. Like I feel like everybody on here is, you know what I'm saying. Maybe I'm more vocal than everybody, but I'm just passionate about what I believe. For one, I love my people. You know what I'm saying?
Who's your people?
Yo,
The so-called Negro, and then I'm one of the people.
You're talking about?
But
Right. Which so-called Negroes are you talking about?
yeah,
well,
you know
like
they're different type.
well, like I said, bro, the ones that came that's been under oppression, just like over here. Like we got people down in Jamaica, we got people in Haiti, South America. And I don't just
You
believe
ain't got
like how.
nobody in Jamaica. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, hey, bro, we know the slaves came down there first. Colonialism was down in the islands way before it came up here. We know that.
First.
Come on, bro. We know down in the islands. We know down when the slaves was brought over here in the Western Hemisphere. We know down South America and the Caribbean was first. They came to America after that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, too, with that, y'all saying that One West stuff, I don't believe that 12 tribe chart, because just like the Most High said, he said from the four corners, they only deal with the Western Hemisphere. What about the Eastern Hemisphere?
So then where do you get your story from, your narrative from? Where do you
The
get it
Bible.
from, like
The
your oral
Bible.
tradition or whatever? Where you tracing it or drawing it from?
Akon, where you get your narrative from that you're an Israelite?
The
Well,
Bible.
we can crack into that, you know. It's just this people gonna let me talk? Are we gonna have that dialogue? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm down for that, Kwame.
Well,
say the
after
Bible.
Breezy,
You know
after
I'm down
Breezy
for
done,
that anytime.
after Breezy done, you can explain how the Akan tribe is the Israelites.
I'm done, Kwame. Go ahead. You that's your point. I'm done.
So go on, Kwame, man. What do you want to know, man? What do you want to know? Chat to me, man.
Yeah. So how you said a Akan tribe is the Israelite? Can you explain to us? Give us some evidence, some proof. You know, some scholars that back this claim.
Well, according to one of the Akan kings,
What's his name?
I sent get the book up. Ajiman Prempe the second. Let me just get the book, so you know, in case you jump at me, you know.
In the
I know
meantime,
Garfield will jump in.
In the
Been waiting for
meantime,
Garfield, but you know
we got
Garfield's the teacher, the elder.
tribe of Judah
I
coming
gotta
up.
be easy on him as well, you know. But yeah, let's go.
Tribe of Judah, African American myth and cultural identity. That's gonna be this Sunday. Check it out. We're gonna start at 10 o'clock. Are we good to go?
I can't wait to the Jabari
what exactly
part.
you?
I don't want to spoil it too
Christianity
much for
source
them,
of
so
Egypt.
whatever I'm gonna let out is just for now, innit, Kwame? But yeah, I'm definitely gonna leave out the some good nuggets for that day, innit? But yeah, go on.
So
What you wanna know?
So one thing that's interesting to me about you Black Hebrew Israelites is
I'm
when I
not a
studied
Hebrew
the culture.
Israelite, bro. Don't.
Hey, bro.
I'm just a normal black boy, bro.
Hey, chill,
I'm
chill,
a
chill,
Khan and a
chill,
Muslim. I'm not.
chill,
Don't group me.
Oh
chill.
my
Wait,
God,
wait,
Do
you a
y'all.
not group
Muslim?
me.
You a Muslim? You a
Hold
Muslim?
on,
No,
hold on,
I'm just
hold on.
cool. I'm not in a group, bro. Do not group
Akan,
me.
chill out.
He said,
That's my
hold on.
people. If you're gonna
Can I, yo, the one thing that I really do not appreciate or understand, but I recognize is that y'all history pick up in the 1800s.
what my
There's a
people?
whole, hey, bro, I'm not talking
Why?
to you.
Oh,
Can
hey,
you
bro,
sit back?
you even? Why you moving like that, bro?
Can
Yeah,
you
'cause he
sit
keep getting
back?
cut off.
Hey, Savior, I got respect for you now, so
Not if you
not
keep
that
cutting
in
me
it.
off. Not if you keep cutting me off.
Set.
So again, there's a time that I think y'all need to study before y'all join these panels and try to make these claims, because I don't see Black Hebrew Israelites from 700 to up to 1800. I don't see y'all nowhere in none of them empires. I don't see them
Hold on,
in the
Sabio. If y'all ain't
Sassanid
gonna respect,
Empire.
hold on, Sabio. If y'all ain't gonna respect Sabio talking and not interrupting, just get off the panel. You want people to listen to you, you gotta listen to him too, whether we agree with Sabio or not. Come on, man. This is common. That's why you know y'all ain't on the right path. Y'all can't be on the right path with this bad behavior. Shout out to Captain Tazaria, because he would be sitting there
Shout out,
disciplined.
Captain.
Shout out to my captain, man. Because
No,
he
my captain. Shout
agree,
out.
but he would sit down and he would listen to everybody and hear you out and speak for himself. And we would disrespect Captain and his belief, but he would sit here and listen to it the whole time. Discipline. Y'all gotta have discipline, man. Come on, man. Go ahead, Sabio. Break it down.
So I don't see you guys from the beginning of the Muslim Empire. I don't see Black Hebrews. I do see Jews conversing with Muhammad, helping him translate the Bible and write his hadiths. I don't see Black Jews though. I don't see Hebrew Israelites. I don't see y'all in the Sassanid Empire. I don't see y'all in the Almohad Empire and the Almoravid Empire. None of them. I don't see y'all in none of them empires from 700 all the way up to the fall of Constantinople. When I do see y'all, is 1800s with William Crowley and F.S. Terry. That's when I see you niggas pop up. I don't see y'all before then. Y'all have to go and find yourselves in those empires. Y'all have to go find yourselves with Baldwin the Leper, fighting in the Crusades, fighting in the First Crusade, the Battle of Manzikert. Like, if I'm not seeing y'all in any of these battles, I don't know what y'all talking about.
So, Akan, what is the evidence to that you relying on to say that the Akan tribe are the Israelites?
No, you asked for any scholar or anyone valuable, correct?
Yeah, a serious scholar.
Oh, a serious scholar. Cool. What's his name? He don't verbatim say they're Israelites, but he
And can
does
you name
say
their
their God is the God of Israel, innit?
and can you name their credentials, please?
R.S. Ratry.
Okay, what is his credentials?
He is a historian and one of the earliest people to write about the accounts. He's actually a primary
Okay,
when it
he's a
comes to their
primary.
God. He's an anthropologist and a historian. To my knowledge, I'm just going off the head now.
Is he an expert on Semitic languages, on Iron Age culture?
I don't know about his biography like that, his background like that. I just know he specialized in my people.
Okay, so what was the claims?
Oh no, he said that, yeah, man, that their God is the God of Jehovah, innit? Before, in one of his earliest books, he denied the claim because in our prayers, in our traditional prayers, we end our prayer with amen. So he was saying in his earliest sources that the reader shouldn't be confused with this with a Hebrew or even the Christian. This is something weird or whatever. But then later on in these other books, he's like, you know what? He didn't say, you know what, I'm just being dumb, but he was like, yeah, they worship the God of Jehovah, innit, that brought out the children of Israel out of
So
Egypt,
because
blah
they
blah
say
blah.
amen, is the amen linguistically connected to the Semitic amen, or you just making this claim because he said it?
Oh no, it's one of Nyameh's hidden names. It's one of this is where you even according to our tradition, Nyankopon, his name is Nyankopon Kwame. But if you know the stories and the myths and whatever, you would know that Nyankopon's really not the Almighty God, because Kwame is the servant of Ami, or Amen in it. So Amen, which is according to our tradition, is the Saturday deity, you know. So when we say certain things to do with God, we end it with Amen, or we certain things, certain times, certain places we'll use that name, but
That's that
yeah.
OTEP information right there. Oh man.
So when was amen a name ever for Yahweh?
For Yahweh, you can find that in the Bible, I'm sure, of him being called the trustworthy or the truthful.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
So-
anybody else want to talk on the panel?
So let me just say this. So the one thing I really would like y'all to do, because Garfield does a great job of locating the archaeology, the history, the backstory,
Oh, ready for archaeology.
all that. all he does a great job of showing you guys how this narrative was crafted.
Oh, you
But
said
the one
something
thing,
interesting, Sabio, about
hold
Hey,
on,
you
hold
gotta
on,
let him
hold on.
finish
Who
talking.
interrupting, man? Why we out? Listen, why y'all ain't got the Captain Tazara need to come teach a lesson, man. Hold on. I got my captain on TikTok live. Let me ask him if he could come.
Yeah, I think he going live talking about something.
He's live on TikTok right now. Let me tune into his. Let me tune into his live.
You should have been on there and asked your question.
Hold on there.
Go over there and troll.
Hold on. Let me see if I could comment on his live.
Because they all bear witness to what you do.
Can you show it on here?
Agree in one is if you believe Christ's blood cleansed you. If you believe by living by the water that cleansed
you. Master teacher right there. Teacher.
And then when it says the Father, the Word, and the Holy Spirit, because the Most High in Christ is what?
All right, he live, so we can't talk. But yo, I'm gonna tell you, man.
Yeah. No, you should, man.
The one thing that I think they need to do before they really join these panels is learn, because these ahistorical conversations are getting boring. Like, it's not even fair at this point. Like, if I can mention a king that they may not know, they may not be aware of, like Baldwin the leper, and they're sitting back confused, then what are you guys talking about? Y'all don't even know what Baldwin the leper did for y'all religion, who he was fighting against, but y'all sitting up here claiming it. Like, this is crazy.
I don't think nobody claiming Baldwin the leper. I know he wasn't an Israelite.
Yes, he was. I guarantee you he was.
You can't guarantee nothing,
how much
bro.
you want to bet?
Hey, I'm gonna let you talk because you very.
What you want to bet? What you want to bet?
I ain't gotta bet you nothing, bro.
How much money you want to bet?
I ain't gotta bet you nothing, bro.
Garfield, can you bring up Baldwin the leper for this man, please?
I know who Baldwin the leper is, bro.
So what did Baldwin the leper do for Israel?
You know what I'm saying? We know about him and Saladin. I know about all that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
shut up. So why? Because he was a Jew. He was an Israelite.
Calm down. Listen, man.
Sitting here denying the history.
Okay, but why are we so angry though? We ain't gotta be angry.
No, nobody's angry. He's sitting here acting like it didn't happen.
Hold on, Akanda Jabba. You wanted to say something, brother?
Oh no, he was just saying about archaeology, about because he was saying that we can show when this person existed or that person, and then he mentioned Muhammad. So I just wanted to ask him, like, I'm Muslim in it, but I want to ask him, like, what's your evidence to prove he existed?
Damn, you pray to 3 different gods, and Yahweh, Allah, and Yahweh?
Bro, it's all one.
Yo, I think it's time to end the show, yo. This is too much for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is too much for me. I don't know. I can't do this.
Can I address him quickly?
I gotta
Now, just
submit
some
to this
quickly, just
knowledge.
because
You
I
see,
want to
I
make
don't
a
know
lot
everything.
too.
You see, Danyaahla, I don't know everything. You see, I submit to these guys. I submit to their
Yeah, that's
Hey,
crazy.
Kwame, you see the triangle thing you see on the Ashanti Kings? What is that?
Bro, I'm
That
just
pyramid thing.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to end the show, man. Peace and love to you, man. I got time for all of this. Hey, Mika, listen. I'm gonna do what's that dude that made a video about me the other day? I didn't even respond 6 weeks ago. What's his name again? Yara?
Yara?
We're
Oh
gonna do
yeah.
Yara next week. I mean, we're gonna make the flyer right now. We're gonna do Yara next week, man. Tired of that.
Uh-oh.
These dudes, listen, at least I don't learn nothing from these dudes, man. At least with Priest Danyaahla, he got me down this rabbit hole. I can't even get out. I can't even get out the rabbit hole right now. This is crazy. It all boils down to the word black. All boils down to that.
I want to see y'all debate anyway. So
yeah, I definitely want to do that King James debate. I don't care about what.
Yeah, get it over with and do that
King
debate.
James debate. And I got some daggers for King James. I'm gonna put my slides together. I'm sure he got his slides together. I'm sure he feels he's gonna win.
That's what's up.
And I feel I'm gonna win. But hey, what do I have to lose? I don't have nothing to lose. He got a lot to lose. 30 years. He got a lot to lose to do a King James debate because everybody looks towards him for this Israelite, for this information. I don't know if people realize that when you look all over the world, right? Whenever a missionary, you got to blame the missionaries, Mika. They're the reasons why we got black Hebrew Israelites or British Israelism or the natives claiming that they are the Mormons. It's the missionaries, yo. Wherever they went, they start saying the people is Israelites and giving them the Bible. They're the lost tribes. They're the ones that supported that foolishness. The missionaries, they changed Native American stories with a biblical twist to it. And yeah, we Israelites. No, you're not. The white man made that up, man. He made that up. So at the end of the day, man, we gotta do better, bro. But
the only thing you could do is just teach, keep bringing out the information, and hopefully somebody will get it. And gotta plant the seed.
Look at all them ex-Israelites in the chat. You think Kwame is an Egyptomaniac? I need to get him out of that. Yeah, with Jabari, I'm just gonna do a presentation.
Oh, you read my mind because I was about to say that next. That one.
I'm going to Jamaica. I'm going to Jamaica for 9 days, so I can't do my show. I can't do my show.
Do it in Jamaica?
I can't do my shows in Jamaica, but I want to just enjoy my family while I'm there. I don't really want to.
Okay. But how long you said?
Like around 9 days, yeah. So
9 days.
I think I'm gonna miss 2 Sundays.
Okay.
I know you need your coffee. I know you need your coffee. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna do a show on the 6th. Then I'm not gonna do a show again until the 27th. Damn, that's 21 days, yo. Damn. I gotta do something in between that. I gotta do a video from Jamaica or something.
I'm sure they got internet. Don't get me started.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at the same hotel I was at the last time. So yeah, they definitely got internet. So I'm gonna definitely have my laptop with me. So we're gonna be. I mean, let me see the vibes. If the vibes is right, I'll do it. If not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wrapped up with, so So I'm gonna be trying to swim.
Trying
to swim. I ain't no fish.
They say black people can't swim.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, but I mean, look at Second Esdras. That's gonna be a great show. Who won Sonnet that was talking about Second Esdras? That they got to go back and study it. Who's talking about ours versus America? And I mean,
I don't think it's a lot of studying or information over there anyway. So don't get me started.
Oh man, there's a lot going on over there, but at the end of the day, they ain't touching on these. This is why.
No, it's no education for me. There's no education, no information. Gospel not over there, so nobody ain't
outside the mix up and blender. Nothing now go on.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Right? Not how. But you did a great job today. I want to see what Priest Danyaahla got to say. Priest Danyaahla, that's my homie. So it's nothing with just information.
That's my Benjamite brother, man.
Yeah, we just dealing with information. Cause he always been cool. Always rocking, But we dealing with the information, and we just want the truth to come out. So.
All right, I'm out of here, family. Much love. Thank you, Mika. See, you didn't cause no trouble while you was on here. See, I didn't cause no trouble.
Garfield, you left. the panel went crazy.
What?
You know, it's hard. It's hard. That's why I see why females don't come up here. 'Cause it's hard for them to talk. You gotta be talking over these dudes. But yeah, it was fun. Next time, give me the button so I can mute people.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you an admin. Hey, I'm gonna get Akan and Kwame to debate that Akan Israelite stuff. That would be a good debate, man. I got a debate coming up July 4th. Gonna be a huge debate. Daniel 9 with my brother Gadal and Deacon Akar from Genesis. That should be a good.
When is that?
July 4th, 6 p.m. I think 6 p.m. or 8 p.m.
Okay, you got your flyers.
I might not be on. Corey might just host because I don't really want to be. I don't want to be on stage or nothing. So Corey might host.
What do you mean? So you're not debating?
I'm not debating. It's two other people debating.
Oh. On what channel? Your channel?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, cool.
July 4th. Oh, we had 3 hour mark. All right, I'm out of here.
All
Peace
right.
and love, family. Hey, much love and respect, Mika, as usual. All right,
Yeah,
peace.
you too. Right.
We out of here. Before I get out, let me play my music. We out of here.
One of the biggest mistakes you
ever can make is
disrespecting the
greatness.
You may have never heard this before.
One more for the playlist, tell them what to do. Cool, thanks, kudos, real talk, not for the pseudos. Trust the kid, real talk, I debunked the myth. Sit still, don't run from this. That's a wise man told me. Watch for the fakes and the phonies. You gotta be cautious, listen and open your conscience. People be talking that nonsense, chattering, that's when the daggers are stopping. Okay,
This is what we're gonna do.
speak the truth, speak the truth.
People need to understand this.
Straight shot, no I can't miss.
Or you just talking.
Never, I do this here often.
One of the biggest mistakes you
Whoever can make is
disrespecting the
greatness.
You may have never heard this before.
One more for the playlist, tell them what to do.
This is what we're gonna do.
Speak the truth, speak the truth.
People need to understand this.
Straight shot, no I can't miss.
Or you just talking.
Never, I do this here often.
One of the biggest mistakes you
Whoever can make is
disrespecting the
greatness.
You may have never heard this before.
One more for the playlist, tell them what to do.
This is what we're gonna do.
Speak